Hello? Hello? Greetings? Hello? We're here? Greetings? Hello? Yes? We're here? Okay, I did not press the wrong button. It did the thing again where I pressed the scene transition button, and then when it was trying to play the thing, when it played the transition animation, the whole thing instantly crashed. Like it just instantly, it instantly imploded. Are we back? This is a double boost situation because I think Twitch actually took the stream down too, which is fucking you can refresh if you missed it. You can refresh. Hello again, everybody. Hi. Now I'm all like, what? Like, I don't know why this fucking happens, right? Like, I just click, like, it's like it's gambling, right? 1 out of 100 times when I click a scene transition, it just crashes OBS and I get some encoder, and it crashes like catastrophically and actually pulls down the stream rather than, oh my god, oh my goodness. But that's life, I guess. That's life out here on the open prairie, right? This is the way of it, I think. Did that just totally implode? Like the did we crash API style as well, or are we merely? I think we're good. We have boosts. Okay, we're fine. We've recovered. I think we've recovered. Thank you everyone for your forbearance. Okay. Where is Colonq? Nullagore, hello, we're here. Hi. How is everybody? How's everyone's Friday going? Mine's going pretty good, I think, on my end. I've been I'm missing ModClonq already. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with myself. I just putter around like an old man. We got session, so that's always pretty ideal. But man, enamored by Shapes 2, the sequel. Hello Exodrifter, also welcome in. Mod Nully is not a reality anymore. I miss her too. We need to cherish the moment. Yeah, damn, it's very true. It's very true. Thank you Nullagore. Hello Johnny Man 9, also Joel indeed. Welcome in. We just had a bit of a disruptive event, but I think we've become okay now. Cindy is a big fan of that game. What is Shapes Z? What do you do in Shapes Z? Do we know? Is loading core API, lock context, platform X, platform name, core API? Where does lock context get called? Like what? Is platform specific representation? They're not allowed for loading core. It's like Factorio but more pure. It's a factory. This is that's good actually. Welcome back, Gen Dude. Also, you got the infamous. You're actually gonna be double upping ModClonq today because ModClonq has neither first boost nor second boost, I think. So in fact you've gained a 2-point lead maximum here. Bonus boost, yes. The lead grows. The second time I've ever seen anyone use objects/classes in OCaml. It sounds like people love it. Yeah, it seems so. It seems so. I've never tried this, but the appeal of like having something be shapes instead of being, you know, less abstracted is kind of something, right? I have this concept of an FPS like this too, right, where it's just pure geometry and colors. Hello Xwidget1 also. Hi everybody. I never know what to do. Like I'm always so like, it's like a physical shock when the stream like just dies like that. It's like what suddenly I like in one second like I'm in the mode, I'm in the zone, and the next second I'm like, huh? It's like they unplugged the matrix plug in the back of my head really suddenly. Just redo the break. I just wait, holy fuck, I just imagined sending all those chat messages instead of actually doing it. Yeah, for that one, Extra Drifter, the exclamation point goes at the end. It goes at the end. It does work, but it goes at the end. It's like truly backwards. I still need more than a signed byte for my boosts. Yes. Hello PQ system also. We're sipping here. It seems like Crazy Kitty numbers form is currently in the opposite of the lead, in the follow. Yeah, so this is I guess, I don't know how this corresponds to that variable. What a wild sip in realm for sure, right? Yeah, this means I am able to do so. Yes, thank you for boost also, ProdZPod. Yes, we were obliterated. We experienced sudden death. Super Smash Brothers Brawl mode. Like it must happen somewhere else. It must happen somewhere. Where does it happen? What makes the difference between this and Python? It's this if not core API cross custom target eval. How do we where is this set? What happens that makes that string correspond to other thing? Core API equals none in typer entry. There's display types.ml. Is it it is backwards, but only kinda. Did I spell it wrong? Oh yeah, the numbers are not backwards. The numbers are not backwards. Only the names are backwards in the output. I was here in eyes closed in bed mode, and I was like, I imagined myself in front of the mobile device sending all those chat messages. That's pretty good. You create, cut, rotate, stack, and color basic shapes to make complex shapes. It's good. It's damn good. Type load fields is core API. G core API macro context. Macro context. I can imagine this coming from MCTX. But like I almost feel like there should be a string for this somewhere, right? There should be something where we're associating some kind of string for core API with something else. I don't know quite where that is. Hello, Brizdingle. Nor are the separators backwards. Yes, it's true. It's true. Also, we're really not going the whole hog on that. I think we probably did it at first, and it was too unreadable. I'm still the nugget though. I don't quite know what this means. How is hacks going? Well, beyond, I guess, what's the summary? I mean, we're encountering a situation where there's a strange like assertion failure in the actual hacks standard library, and we're trying to determine why that happens for our elist backend but not for the Python backend. And I don't know why. Hello, Takeda. Welcome in. Clonky, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well, Takeda. Hi. Cross custom. What is custom target? If we find that custom, well, I mean, we have an option to say, like, we can say, okay, do elist. There's a lot of unimplemented things so far. It's just like we're trying to add it and then trace it through, but we're like building hacks, and like it turns out the OCaml LSP actually is fucking insanely good compared to Haskell. Like it just works, and it's not using 150,000 RAM units. I thought it was worth it to ask every Linux community. I made a crazy Linux question yesterday. What is your question, Takeda? What's up? Haskell LSP is not usual. Yeah, that's probably. I'm just not used to an LSP server not needing to use 4 GB of RAM. It's kind of remarkable. There's common.ml and raw define. There's raw define. There's args.ml. Set custom target com name path. This is like, where does this come from? Is this like some kind of, this must be some kind of like if def style mechanism, right? Clearly it's some kind of if def style mechanism. How to the so typical how to make Linux, Windows, Mac OS like. I see. Yeah, I mean, it seems yeah, Linux Mint is probably the thing, right? Clang/CCLS was painless for me. Yeah, damn. I mean, maybe my whole impression of LSP is shaped by this at this point. Hello, Mahjad. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry it went down. The things go crazier further now. You can do true emulation. Like where does this come from? Where is it from? What causes this? Make Linux Amiga OS like? Do we know, like, this common.ml thing seems like the thing that could easily cause it the most, right? Common.ml custom target. This raw define deal, right? That seems like it's very possibly doing this, right? So we're probably defining elisp, right? Or we're raw defining like elisp rather than custom target. But it seems like we probably want to be raw defining core like one of these other variables that are there, right? Either like probably not cross, but like either core API or eval, right? Does core API occur here? Does eval occur here? Well, I guess that's just the platform name. Does cross occur here? That's just the these are all just platform names, right? What about core API though? What the like it's core, it must be core API. Core API is the guy. That's John guy, the John guy that we are concerned about. Can we find every raw define maybe? Maybe that's sensible. My eyes hurt like hell. I see. I apologize for eye pain. Is there something in particular on the screen causing eye pain, or is it independent of screen content's eye pain? I'll go back to imagining having a conversation with you. Good luck. Okay. Well, thank you. Good luck. Please, yeah, enjoy, and please rest, friend. Enjoy your rest, and I hope your eyes recover soon. I will mentally substitute your responses as well, so don't worry about it. Goodbye Nugget. Yes. I still don't understand Nugget. I guess the prod creature is vaguely nugget shaped. There's raw define com.define, whatever. This is irrelevant. Floor also. Oh my god. You're gonna strike at them while they're down. Is this the case, Mickey Noon? You're gonna strike them while they're down. Damn. Yes, you admit it. You admit it clearly. We're raw defining a whole lot of things here, it seems. I mean, I guess we can just change the standard library for now, but that makes me feel like we're doing something else wrong, right? Like it feels like probably like something should not be happening, right? We have a lot of activities happening here. A nugget piloting a human suit. Hello, ML Crow Chad. Also, welcome in. Good to see you, friend. Do we know where is the thing of our deepest desire? This is like well, some convention. I see. So true. You've got ninjas. Yes. This raw defined thing, like where does this live? Do we know it's where it lives? In common, probably, right? Common.ml. Raw define. Define.raw define com.defines. This takes a define. What is com.defines? It's a single define. And this thing define this guy has values. It's just a map probably of strings to values. Got to make my question in two parts for this case. Things get crazier there. Yes, been self-taught last 4 years, 3 years working professionally, and there was not once a time I had to learn how to cert your website. I don't like it. Isn't the way these days just use let's encrypt, right? There's plenty of ways to get a, like getting a cert used to be like something you had to pay for, right? And these days you can just plug you run the script, right? You run the let's encrypt thing, and it puts it in your Nginx configuration or something like this. Everybody just uses let's encrypt now. Just made it. I remember that I that's not before my time. I remember for my site when I was in high school, I was buying a cert along with my domain name for my registrar, because they had like a bundled package. Like we were buying cert and manually configuring the thing, and it was a pain in the ass. Can you still buy a cert? I assume so. I assume those places didn't want to just like hit a website in high school. I did. I had a bad, was it about Fire Emblem? No, it was a bad blog with no posts in it for a while. Then yeah, I don't know. I've had so many just like it's the sort of thing where like you do something that's cool and then in like 2 years you think it's not cool anymore. And I sort of think I've like aged out of this a little bit. Like I'm sort of at the point where like, you know, I think everything's cool now, right? So is there any way for us to like debug print something? That seems kind of useful. Like that seems very useful actually. Raw define. Here it is, right? Like can we OCaml debug print how to make Linux more like N88 basic human 68K like? I bet everyone will blow with this sort of question. Is this true? Is this true? Like is there a convenient well, here's trace. Like what if I just I want convenient convert to string function. There's ppx sxp conf. If you're using core, it gives you all you need. Are we using core here? Do we have this? You have to add deriving sexp to every expression to print as sexp. You got to search what it is. Human 68K. I think we looked at this before, right? This is LG. This is an LG topic here, right? This is the OS for the X68K, I think, right? This is the one. LG was looking at this for sure. It would be good if we could just dump a Those two plus the other one I'll mention in part 2 are responsible for most of the NES, Sega, Genesis, TurboGrafx X16 game projects mainly. Like they were used as the development machines for those things. I see. I guess let's just wrap. I guess we can just print the string. Print string. Like what is print function? How do we print thing? There's print underscore string here. Let's go, and there's print end line. Okay, cool. Common.ml. Let's say this is something like, I don't know, this. Maybe it's print end line. Raw define. How do we OCaml string concats? Another good thing. I've never been able to put my hands on a PC 8800, unfortunately. I see. I mean, you have the name, right? You have the 68K name right there. Famous Lisper canceled due to answering questions sex with yes at work. God damn. Hello, 1990X. It's dot style in this one. Presumably we have to do this. Raw define v. V is a string, right? No, it's not a string. Raw define here, it does take a string though as the second R. So presumably this is a string. It has type unit, string unit, which is not a record type. How do we do sequencing? How do we OCaml sequencing? It's caret. Like how do I run one thing and then do another thing? How do I which LSP client do you use? Hello Super Vinci. I'm using LSP mode, but I'm not very happy with it. Begin and end. Do I need to like semicolon this shit? Yeah, is this what we want? Will this evaluate to this expression but with this happening before? Yeah, okay. This is we're in alien lands here. Let's rebuild and see if we can log all of our raw defines and see if we're raw defining any of those variables that we're so curious about, right? And then we can compare it to Python. EGLOT number 1, yeah, I'm sure it is actually. I would love to, you know, One day I'll nail all these. One day I'll just write my own thing, probably more likely than anything. I just the urge to NIH everything is too strong. Okay, these are what we sort of expect. eLisp, target, you know. What is Python doing differently? Is Python doing anything differently? It's raw defining eval. Eval is the one, right? We are not raw defining eval or target.sys or target.threaded or target.unicode. It's eval is the one. I wonder if that's in that configuration thing that we saw, right? Like where is that again? Here it is. Here it is. I guess we can just start looking for eval though. Like where if we start grepping through for, I mean, I'm sure the word eval occurs 1 million times, right? Yeah, it's a little too much. Eval in quotes. No, escape quotes. Eval in quotes. Still a lot, but not so much, right? Not so much. Can we find where this might be? There's this source JSON thing that seems kind of interesting that we're not really doing anything with just yet. There's also let's look into source JSON. I kind of am concerned as like we're missing something here. Like we have this meta.json. There's just Python import in here. Define Python version. Like where is this eval thing happening here? There's a lot of like platform type scenarios here. Where is eval? This is just saying like, okay, this exists on this particular platform, sure. Like it's curious that like eval is like a platform itself. Like eval means it's like the native evaluation of the thing, right? Which makes sense, right? There's always going to be some hacks code that we want to like run. It runs at compile time, not build time, basically, I assume. Like we want to interpret it in some way, like standard data structures and things. Hello, Basie, also welcome in. Here for a good time, not for a long time in Gomoko. Good morning. Hello. We have this add std eval and compiler.ml. We have this eval standard lib stuff, right? In eval standard lib.ml, sure. Where else does that occur though? Maybe the Python standard lib exists and calls into the eval standard lib. Maybe that's I'm looking for a place where I feel like the eval thing is probably defined in blah 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 blah. Hello Takeda. How are you doing, friends? There's this there has eval here in genjs.ml. Like where is that occur in Gen Python? No. That's just a list of keywords, I think. Hello, Bluish Thing. Also, thank you for gameplay. Do we know? I need to shake the sillies out here. We gotta fucking flail around for 1 second. One moment. We gotta get up and do some jumping jacks or something here. This is. Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're recovering. Were you saying to me about my question? What is this? This is your question of what is the question, Takeda? I've heard statements about these things. You want to make Linux look like human 68K? Is this the thing? We're fine too. Yeah, we're living, Basie. We're living. Shout out to Basie also. You sound like a lion. Thank you. Normal wolf have mofo lymph man. Very true. Thank you, Prodzipod. Shout out to Basie. Only 23 minutes into the stream and it's popping off already. Yeah. Everyone's been referring to this. Yeah, Basie. Thank you, Basie. Do we know why am I deleting files? Like, it seems to me. Let's just make maybe it's this config thing, right? Maybe it's the config thing. Let's just make the config for eLisp the same as Python instead of being just the default. Maybe that is what is I mean, that's the main difference that we can spy right now. Let's also just not have any of the exceptions mechanism. Comment that, I'll remove all of that. Let's say we do have var hoisting and things. No, none of this business. We got this, just connect via dream link. Yeah, exactly. Let's rebuild and see where we get. That sounds zooted but wired to, yeah, the fog is coming. The fog is returning. I'm generally trying to, but I'm being waken up by bugs. Bugs, too much bugs here. Is the, in oh, is it like chirping bugs, like bugs making noise? Is this it? I hope it's not other bugs, like, oh, like flies. I see how that is unfortunate. Okay, it seems like there's something bad happening here. Maybe let's just need net actual bugs. Yeah. Oomphy. Yes. Do we know what's I mean, we could just modify the standard library for one. I mean, that's fair. We could do this. But I feel like there's got to be a better way, right? There has to be a better way. What does the Python standard library do? lib.hx here. What do you do? There's no defines happening here. This is just Python stuff. Does it not do the error thing? It doesn't do the error thing for Python. And because Python, we notice we're printing out when it does. The error is happening because in std.hx, right, we have this if def at the top that checks if not core API or cross or custom target or eval, right, then do the error, right? So I set it to log when those things are being defined, right? We found where that happens. And we can see for the eLisp backend, we raw define all this stuff and raw define eLisp, and then it crashes. For Python, if we run it with the Python backend, you'll notice that we get to Python and it redefines sys threaded Unicode and then eval, which means it's using the eval backend. So it seems like there must be like some kind of step where the backend kind of invokes like the generic evaluator backend for like a certain part of the standard library, and I just don't know where that lives. I can't find the difference with Python. I guess we can just let's try grepping for Python lowercase maybe, and we can find other instances of thing. Zaza. They have a Zaza on this. That's why your eval without apply. Classic mistake. Hello Nafina _ welcome in. Python is forbidden. Yeah, something like this. They literally have a Zaza. There's a Zaza in this. They brought out the Zaza for real. Where are we missing here? Where are we missing? This is just the readme, sure. Meta, sure. This is irrelevant, I think. These are tests. We don't care about tests. We will never write a test on stream. Tests, all these tests, we don't need them. Do they have runts? Runt Z, Re-L. Hello Probelnosk997, welcome in. And hello Michal Zard project. The today is we're sampling from the buffet. What we're doing currently is someone brought up hacks, so we're trying to add a new backend to hacks for Emacs Lisp, the HAXE language. We're trying to do that without really knowing OCaml very well or knowing hacks really at all. So that's kind of fun. We have to work out. We're trying to work out why the hacks standard. We're trying to work out why our backend behaves differently from the Python backend right now. Hello Nefrayu, also welcome in. Did my chat room crash? As the chat room, oh, that's false Nefrayu. I see. It's fake. It's Nefrayu in false form. Here we have a big else if on vector. That's fine. Whatever. Bytes data input.hx mime.hx. Sure. This is just a bunch of checks for the. I mean, any of these could be the thing that matters, but I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Byte array, string tools, be nice if we could drop into a backtrace. That'd be really good. Is there like, can we invoke the OCaml debugger from like OCaml code? Like OCaml print backtrace. That would be really ideal. How to get a backtrace for an uncaught exception. This is just telling us how to get one in the debugger. Can we see somewhere how to get a backtrace? This is just OCaml run param set to B for backtrace. We get something more informative. So we need to pass in -g, and then maybe we can throw an exception in raw define when raw define equals eval. But I mean, it's just I bet it's just setting up the normal target for eval. I mean, we can try and track it back ourselves, maybe, right? Like common.ml. Where does raw define? Like, where does this get called? Here's target.threaded, here's target.unicode, and then here's the name right here. It's right in this function in init platform. So where does init platform get called? Can we see uses of this? Go to refs. Like let's try and find init platform. Thank you for optically detected magnetic resonance. Very cool. Init _platform. This is called in macrocontext.ml, common.ml, that is defined in common.ml, and then in compiler.ml also. So I feel like it feels like the one in macrocontext.ml is maybe the one that the Python thing is invoking, right? Let's maybe print this, like we're at the call sites, macrocontext.ml, init _platform. What if we say print nline initializing platform? Yeah, here it is. It's initializing the eval platform in macro context. And then the other one is in compiler.ml. Initialize. This is init platform. This is, we can say something like, I don't know, print nline. Hello, hi GGBDFR. Hello Geyser. Hello Geyser, welcome in. It's good to see you. It's scammed. Wait, you're being scammed? Oh, it's OBS crashed because OBS WS is down currently. Can we go to OBS WS here? We're getting broken pipe situation. There we go. We should be back now, Geyser. Sorry for that. We had a stream explosion situation earlier. What did we call the other one in macro context? Initializing platform in initialize in compiler. Yeah, like this. So if we rebuild this thing now, please nuke me. Explosions, Bob, :3. Obliteration. Is this true? Is this real? Do we know, can we run this then? If we look at the Python one, you'll see that it initializes in compiler first and then in macro context. You'll notice that the one in eLisp only initializes in compiler. So where is this macro context thing called? Like where does that happen? That's this create macro context function. So where does create macro context live? RG create macro context. Well, nowhere. Well, no, it's called elsewhere in this file. Create macro context. It happens in get macro context and also in load macro and call init macro. Does get macro context get called elsewhere? Display processing in macro context. That's all. It's called in a few like what's the entry point to macro context deal? Lua battle. Lua battle, bomb him. Is this, huh? Excuse me. You endorse so much violence at all times, Geyser. It's kind of wild. Brazil jump scare. Yeah. Get macro context. So where does this guy? Can we start LSP also? That's useful to have. Where do you get called? In load macro, in type macro, interpret. Like one of the like somewhere these things are getting called. Yeah, the Ruby one is good. The Ruby one is damn good. I feel like the joke sort of ends there. Right? There's not like, are there other like very country associated languages? I don't know. Display processing.ml maybe is something interesting. Display processing.ml, argument processing from -- display. I don't know if this is, I don't think this is the right thing. Maybe get macro context, macro context.ml. Can we pick one specific language and display an American flag? Yeah. We could do JavaScript. JavaScript is an American flag, maybe. 1061. Complete the trifecta. This is call init macro. Where does call init macro happen? Call init macro. It happens in compiler.ml. That's sort of interesting. Call init macro. It happens on do type. Creates the typer context and types classes into it. It also happens, maybe something like, I don't know, Go. It's too topical. Ada would unfortunately be it. Yeah. The official. So compiler is doing this. It only does it if custom target. It only does this if custom target. Does it do other thing? Like I feel like it probably, maybe it shouldn't do it just only if custom target. Like where else does this happen? In do type, right? Do type. And this is just doing a bunch of bullshit here. Tomato got the edgy clippy from Shindig's Shin Daggers collection. That's some cutting edge collecting. I see. I mean, here's where it would be useful to get a backtrace. This would be very useful to see a backtrace here. Python join or die. Yeah, I guess America does have the snake thing, right? Like there's sort of like America is very snake. As far as like we could do. I mean, maybe that's maybe a little too much to show like the one snake thing. The join or die image upon Python reference. The we have a init native. Okay, where are we? We have like, it must be. I didn't know that Ken Thompson was involved with GoLang. Is this true? Right? It's like a lot of like those. Like I have much more mixed feelings about this language. Right? Like I mean, GoLang is also, it's like Rob Pike's baby, right? It's like a lot of these. I hate Python people, snaky ass MF. What do you have against snakes? Snakes are like a pretty good animal. You only know Python. Weren't you writing C on stream? Okay, this is where we want backtrace. Pickle, yeah, Python moment, pickle. Don't tread on me, but depoliticized. Yeah, we do the don't tread on me flag, but I cover it entirely with dense Allegard font text saying this is not some kind of political like I have some incredibly overwrought explanation for how it's a funny joke. That's pretty good. Where maybe it's not calling it macro then. Okay, let's go back to macro like clearly it's happening. Clearly it's this guy here, right? It's macro context. It's this guy right here. It's this thing. The fact that this thing is not getting run is the thing that's causing the problem. And create macro context. So if we could print a backtrace here. OCaml print backtrace at runtime. I don't know. Did go out at the very beginning, but I remember he backed out around the time it got more popular, circa 2010. I see. Go is dev effort at Facebook by Robert Gressimir, Rob Pike, and Ken Thompson. Oh, it's at Google, obviously, because I'm being confused by my own gizmo. The printing current call stack in OCaml. Okay, this seems like what we want. Print xc dot get call stack 5 print xc dot raw backtrace to string. Is this a library that we have access to? Because if so, that's going to really cook for us, I think, here. Print end line. Does this exist? Are you real? Oh, we seem to have documentation for you, at least. Are you real? Maybe, I think you are real, maybe. The Facebook replace added an extra space before. It seems so. It seems so, which is not ideal. We'll have to address this. As we, I don't know why our word replacement filter does this. Can we say Python? Okay, can we get we have a backtrace now. We have a fucking backtrace. Macro context. Okay, sure. That's just this line, right? Type macro in file. Okay, sure. Type bind type 4 flush pass. We're only printing 5 of them right now, I think. Can we print get call stack 20 of them? Can we go all the way fucking up, baby? Does that do the trick for us? Let's see. Docket time? Yeah, it is a docket. I mean, I guess we can just investigate. Where does this happen? This happens in chat.el. Chat.el. Where is Facebook? Facebook? Is there a space somewhere here? Why would that happen? Chat substitutions. We are just raw replacing. I don't actually know. That seems somewhat concerning. Who knows, actually? Who knows? Well, we'll leave that for now. It seems like something we may need to devote more time to. Okay, here's the whole way, it seems. Here's the whole way, maybe. Compiler.doType, compiler.compile. So it is happening in compiler.ml line 314, right? 314. It is here. What a bizarre bug. Yeah, I have a beard now. I hate it. Can you code me a beard remove? I don't know if that's a thing you can do, Geyser. I think you can just cut it off with like, yeah. I'm dryly responding to the thing you said, you know, because I don't know how to make it funny. The 314 is in doType, right? Is that where we live? It is in doType. It's line 314, which is run or diagnose. Is that what we're doing here? No, it says finalize. Where is finalize? Oh, it's here, down here. So we're calling finalize on. Gillette, the best a man can get. Hello, thank you. Fuck, I feel so like, oh, I have to re-enter my battle trance. I feel like I've been shaken out of my battle trance. Hello, Olga Okami. Hello, welcome in. It's good to see you, Olga. Greetings. Can we shout out Olga Okami, who is a good friend? Does it go? Thank you for being mercantile. Thank you. I think I don't know. Am I being particularly mercantile at the moment? I'm being sort of mostly just silly. I have. How's it going? It's going pretty well. We're trying to make something vaguely funny. There's this language called Hacks that we're trying to kind of do some tweaking of to make it compile to another language that we like. It all seems very silly when I say it out loud like this, but we're having a lot of fun, I think. But the I had stream implosion due to bad OBS transition that makes the stream crash 1 in 100 times earlier. So I've been, yes. Chants are fire, music are, yes. So Olga Okami, if you don't know, has been playing Chants of Sonar, which is the language game. Yes, I must enter lurk mode as I'm struggling to pay attention to code. Good luck, Yellowberry HN. Good luck. Enjoy the lurk and thank you. Finalize. So why is this not called? Where in the stack? Where in the stack is where in the stack is this being platform dependent? What's going on with that? So this is calling do type somewhere, right? Here. It's here. And this matches on, I can't see or hear the stream, but I must boost. Hello, ModColonq, you've I can't even I can't bear to tell her. I won't even type it out in the chat that she's fallen behind once more. Raise your arms into a victory pose and let loose a raucous yawp, for the time has come to lock in. Yes, it's true. It's very true. A Kotaru complex indeed. I mean, we're clearly getting to compile, I imagine, right? We're definitely in here somewhere. Well, it's at some point. Hello Mudane also again. Yes. This happens in the else case of this if, right? This is saying if actx.classes equal, where does actx come from? And if not force typing, then begin this. Otherwise, do this thing. Maybe it's here. Holy frick! It's Maud. Yes, it's true. She's here. She's traveling at the moment. Although she also was very kind and bought me cookies that are on my desk that are very tempting right now. Hello MC. That's what I call ModColonq in real life these days. We say MC. It's kind of for short. It's sort of what you'd call it a for short. Yum cookies, eat cookie. No, they're eat a goddamn. No, we have to persevere. Kuz. Do you think you know we can't just give up because of we persevere through it all. Always mukbang. No mukbang. No lonk mukbang. Never. You call yourself Colonq and MC, discording each other while in the same room type of setup. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. I don't think we've ever actually done that. Although we do spend a lot of time sitting and looking at screen. That is fair. What is ACTX? Like, I guess we just have to start adding like mad prints everywhere, right? Print end line. Hello, this is the true case. This is the false case. This is the one. Are we at the point where we're asking ourselves if this is worthy? I don't think so. Like, I'm having fun. Like I think this is still well within the realm of like broadly enjoyable activity. We can always go back to WASM font. I have the impression that that's going to be way harder, and the reason why I think that's going to be harder is like getting the I guess we can just like LD library path, like getting a working version of something that is linked against the correct harf buzz is going to be the tricky bit there. Like, actually doing the thing is probably not that hard. Okay, what do you say? We're still dumping. We're saying hello, this is the false case, right? Is it the true case for eLisp? This is the false case also for eLisp. So what seems to be happening is we're not calling do type, maybe? Is that what's going on? Like, do type is I'll trust and prod in this one. Trust 2. Thank you. Where can we see again the backtrace here? This is the false case. We're initializing platform, sure, and the thing it ends up in is this do type on line 314, on line 389, the call to do type, this guy, and then this guy. Where's can we start our LSP up here? Where's do type? No, don't delete the line. Don't delete the line, please. It's because I'm. Do we not have no? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? Can we go back to compiler? Compiler.ml. Can you run LSP, please? 389 go. Now you go there. Okay. So maybe we print here too. Print underscore end line in do type. Yes. Very good. Make the thing again. Luckily it builds pretty fast. We run elisp. We are in do type, clearly. We're going to be in do type Python style as well. Yes. So where does this happen? This call init macro, I think that's what's getting called from do type, right? We're calling finalize. It's a call to finalize on line 315, right? 315 go. It's here. It's here. It's this guy. Thank you, Geets, for seasickness. I wanted super idle. You did the wrong one. It's the wrong trousers, Mickey Noon. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe finalization is not getting called. Final. Can we start LSP here as well? Can we go? Why? Can we go to the correct function, please? We got there. We got there. The cat is gone. No cat. Hello, Peercoin. Thank you. It's good to see you, Peercoin. We're booting up. We're running thing. Okay, we get to print lots of finalizes even here because we get to run the compiler to. Yeah, you see. So this calls finalize like 1 million times. But it calls it, most importantly, the one right in do type, right? In elisp, we're not calling that finalize here. Why are we not calling the finalize? Why are we not getting here? What's the deal with that? We're saying try begin. Huh. This is run or diagnose. What does run or diagnose do? Do we have a good sense of that? Run or diagnose takes F, right? It calls it says this handle diagnostics thing. Where is F called? If is diagnostics, then F is called. Otherwise, F should always be called here, I imagine, right? This is just like error handling type behaviors. The cat is back. Thank you for cat. It's good to have. It's good when there's a cat. The hello carnivores. Hello Sema friend also. Welcome. Where are we looking? Finalize call down here again. So what the fuck? What the hell? Maybe it's there's error handling things that are making this not get this far. Like there's this like maybe this is the case. I believe it's take L. I don't know. We're taking L. Is it another finalize maybe? Like I guess let's print here too. Let's say print end line before finalize call. Applied to too many arguments. We're good. It's just LSP lag style. Okay, we refresh. Also, I should do the thing that I've forgotten to do because I'm so locked in. If you're new here, if by any chance you're new here and you like this, you can join the Discord IRC, which is where we hang out and we talk about such things as hacks and I don't know what, anime, I guess. We've been having a lot of anime discourse recently, apparently, allegedly. Hello, that Saxy guy, Michael. Thank you for the resub as well. I appreciate this, friend. It's very kind of you. Welcome in. Do we? Apparently, I think it was an all right. You know, we suss these things out. The importance of anime, car, raps, and things. We're doing before finalize call here. Are we doing before finalize call in here? No, we're not. Clearly. Are we getting anywhere? Are we getting start of try? It's provolone. Yeah, exactly. We talk about what's that smell, cousin Angelo? After this stream, he's LLLL. I'm gaining additional L's by the second. Is this true? I don't know, friend. I think I feel like I'm losing L's, honestly. I'm gonna be W:"Q by the time this is done. I'm gonna be joining W. This is start of try. I forget that time zones are wild. They are. I lose the combos. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I feel like these days the Discord like rarely sleeps. It's sort of, I feel like honestly it's most active a lot of the time when I'm asleep, which is kind of funny. The like we of course get beginning of try here, right? We have start of try. Yes. In eLisp, do we get that? No, we don't. We don't even get here. Why do we not even get here? Like what's the deal? How are we like, what is causing us to early return? So we don't, such that we don't even get to the try. I don't know enough about OCaml to have a, like, that doesn't seem like something that should be able to happen to me. Like, we're printing in do type here. Like, what is there some kind of exception mechanism that is, are we throwing some exception somewhere? Is it time to binary search this nonsense down? Like what do we have to do here? Like, is there something that we're like not, what are we not seeing? Only Fabius, they'd have some wisdom, perhaps. They were here earlier. I don't know if they're much of an ML. I don't know if they would know too much about the vagaries of this particular ML situation here. I feel like it must be. I mean, this is really, you know, this is the job for one of the classic techniques to yeah, it should loop, Brisdingle. It should loop. This is a job for an exceedingly classic technique. Let's actually space these out. Let's space these out a little bit. This is what they call a rare technique, which is print numbers. It's print many numbers. So yeah, print the old printf sprinkle. It's gonna be pretty key for our next step here. 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, check defines could do it. That looks like the check defines looks like something that probably throws an exception somewhere. So that seems kind of likely. But so we're gonna guess. What's our guess? Between 11 and 12, probably. We stop printing. Maybe later. Maybe earlier. Let's rebuild. This guy brings the boom. Yeah, it's true. I can kind of parse OCaml mostly, but I can't keep up with this code base at all at this speed. Yeah, I'm going very fast. I apologize. Because I'm just like, I'm using like sort of like things I'm mostly just like, I'm not even really parsing the meaning of the code a bunch. I'm kind of like guessing what it does, but like I'm mostly just like going back and forth trying to find symbol names and like callers of things. It's just unit, no exceptions. Are exceptions visible in the type then? Or are there like what, like if something is just unit, then like this means it, like this, if this is a pure function, there's no reason for it to exist. It doesn't do anything, right? I assume there's like some kind of like asynchronous, there's some kind of like exception throwing mechanism by the try, right? Because like by the type signature of this cannot do anything if there's no side effects. But there presumably there is some side effect that this is making. I guess it could just set a field or something, right? I'm not used to this. So as we expect, this prints all the numbers. We got all the numbers in this one. What about the eLisp one? We got up to number 9 actually. What is between? It's in create typer context. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Is create typer context actually where this is? Maybe it's just like, maybe this error is actually, is this running hacks code? What does create typer context do? What the fuck? Very, very interesting. Is this some kind of like, you know, it's in setup, create typer context here. Add string buffer. Sure. These all seem pretty like let's again, we'll keep printing shit like crazy. Print end line before callback, after callback, maybe that gives us some kind of, I feel like this is the, like we've sort of cracked the nut already. Like we're inevitably going to find it using this approach, right? Like once you have the ability to like do this kind of thing, like you're there already. It's just a matter of like, it's just a matter of getting there, right? No, we're getting before and after callback. And then we're getting to typer entry.create. Hello, Rocco. Thank you for the follow. Rocco. Welcome in. The thing is, no, it's OCaml is the language in which Hacks is implemented. Thank you for the Prime sub also. That's very generous of you, friend. I hope you're, if that means that you've been here for a while, I hope that means you're enjoying the thing. I hope you're having fun. And if you like it, we have a Discord and an IRC channel that are where we converse about things. Create. Can we go there too? We have a big let rec at the top. Let's just say in create. Can we go before the This is probably fine. This is probably okay, right? Like let's see if we get into create at all. Okay. We try again. We run hacks elisp. We're in create. Okay, we get in create. So somewhere in here this thing is fucked. There's some kind of fuck, and this looks like a juicier function. Now this is seeming like we've encountered something a little bit with a little more juice, right? That's the spice. The it's like the one, like what's that? It's the Xavier Renegade Angel thing. No, yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. That's the spice. So here it seems like well marbled. Yeah. It's this is a prime Wagyu function here. So clearly there's some kind of error happening here. And it seems like we're actually trying, this is actually where we're trying to load the module, right? Like this is actually occurring because we're loading the module this early, which is very concerning. It means like that makes me think that maybe like, does this happen in Python? Like, are we creating this in Python this early as well? We're getting in create there. We're getting it up here as well, right? We're getting in create, finalize a bunch of different times. No, are we here though? No, we're not. We're not getting. It's not a matter of where we are getting from Python. It's a matter of what we're skipping in Python, I think. Where's compiler.ml again? Where's before? Where's finalize? Finalize here, right? Here's where you live. This is the place. This is the place. It's a matter of earlier. We must be skipping something. We're saying no, we are saying in create here right after 9, huh? Interesting. Typer entry in create, yeah, here. So what makes the Python thing fail, but the elisp thing succeed? The web version of Diablo 1. Yeah, is it like a WASM thing from Devolution X? I think I saw that a while back. It's what made me. I think it was on Hack. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's been around for a little minute. And it was someone posted it on Hacker News, and then yeah. I think it's that one. I think it's this. Yeah, for sure. Diablo Web here, which is presumably yeah, it's based on Devolution. But yeah, it's very fucking cool. The Diablo 1. What a game. What a game. How have you been enjoying Xanadu Next also, LG? It's the aesthetics of that thing are kind of mesmerizing to me. Post load module. We're just doing a little bit of print statementing. It's pretty great. Like is the game, is it like actually fun? I did buy it. I bought it yesterday along with the game that Tomato recommended. The what's the one? The Crimson Diamond. The parser adventure thing. Do we know? I see Tomato is on point. Yeah, thank you, robot. Thank you, robot. It's pretty bare bones, but not in a bad way. Yeah, I don't mind that, I guess. Post load module. Okay, this happens. Sure. We always want core types to be available. Like, it's clearly like some kind of STD. It's down here probably that's failing, right? Like, this is print. Have you played a Yisk? No, I have not. I don't think I've played anything from Falcom. Are they the people who do Trails in the Sky also? Is that also Falcom? Print Nline pre STD. They do that too. Yeah. I have not done any of that. I have no exposure other than like memes and things. Nothing substantive. Let's say this. Okay, so it's clearly happening here. Python gets through both, right? So why is that? We're calling load module, right? We're calling type load module context null posts. Okay. This is like getting into the actual shit here, right? Let's see then. LSP. Where could this be? Like, is this actually happening or is it being skipped? Xanadu Next is a pretty good intro into Falcom. You'd probably really like Is Origins too. Probably would. I really like that. Like that era is like very peak to me. Like that the look of that game, right? Like the whole thing is it's very good. It's extremely solid. From the one song, Sophisticated Fight. I see. More like Falcom dominant area, right? You can just kind of run around really fast and kill lots of monsters and grind for hours kinds of games. Yeah, I really like I think, you know, there much blood has been spilled over like, do you have to grind in JRPGs? Like, do you actually, like, is this? But like, I kind of like grinding. Is that maybe that's my take on the whole thing. Like I think you probably don't have to grind in most JRPGs, but grinding is good and fun. I think it's a good mechanic a lot of the time. Like there's something like soothing about it. You really like Xanadu then? Yeah, like again, I was playing Diablo 2 single player for a good amount of time just to like get items, right? And just to experience like, okay, after work every day I'll play for an hour and like try and farm my Skin of the Viper Magi or whatever from nightmare mode Mephisto or whatever the fuck you're doing. So clearly the error is happening somewhere down in this, like it's actually trying to run the thing. It seems to me like, no, I don't think so, because it's not defined, right? Like, where could this possibly be? where the fuck could this possibly be? It's calling. Is it really doing the whole shebang here? Like, is it fucking doing everything? Oh my goodness. Like is it running load module correctly? It kind of feels like Ragnarok too. I haven't played Ragnarok, but I mean I've seen enough from you and Basilia and other and I think I know Enlin and all of them were playing Ragnarok for a while too. The UI is insane. That's a robot, but yeah, I don't doubt it. And it's mouse and keyboard originally too. All the reviews I was watching seemed to indicate that like it was a bad port because the controller support was bad, right? This is what I played. They're kind of goated. They're good. Okay, I guess we have to like print some shit in here also. Like let's see. This is find M, and this is another. They use exceptions very very pervasively. It's a one-hand mouse game. Okay, cool. It's like a bind all the functions in the game to the MMO mouse situation. Hello, het underscore Tanis. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Welcome raiders. Attack. Hello, het Tanis. Hello, Robo Dom underscore. Also, pillage and burn. Oh my goodness. Well, hello everybody. I'm LCOLONQ. I'm letters guy. We're trying to learn enough OCaml that we can modify the hacks compiler to add an Emacs list backend today. That's our current gameplay loop. Whether or not we'll actually achieve this task remains to be seen, but I think we're having a lot of fun with it for now. Hello everybody. What were you up to today, Hetanis? If you don't know Hetanis, they run like an online Linux users group situation. Dwarf conversation in the Discord IRC. Yes, it's true. Also, you can join that place if you like places to be. What did you get up to today? We are in the midst of the stuff, as they say. We're in the shit. It seems like like what's the error like maybe we can find the actual source of the error message, which is sort of no, it's just in parsing this error pragma is like I'm kind of worried that this is going to invoke like the whole everything, right? The whole everything. Oh camel, my camel, good topic. Thank you, Taniwa3. We're messing with it a little bit. We're playing with things. I don't know where this goes from here. Maybe in parse module seems like a sensible place, so we're going to guess it's parse module. Let's print here then. Let's print endline in parse module. Let's build the thing that's going to get printed a whole bunch, and let's run thing Python style. I mean, we are very much in parse module a number of times, it seems, as we're parsing a bunch of other things. Sure. And for Python, we're going to be there a bunch of times as well, right? A whole bunch of times, actually. Where's the pre-std one? Pre-std, yeah. We're definitely parsing the module. So what do we do in parse module? Like, this is just like the actual, like, this is like, I mean, it's type load parse. I don't know where the actual, is this like actually invoking the real parser, or like what is the deal here? It feels like like I guess we should check like if where like this in post as well, right? Like we should probably check here, like I don't know. OCaml is sick actually. Print endline post parse. We rebuild once more. Cool. OCaml, like, I'm pleasantly surprised by a lot of the tooling here. It's kind of nice, and also the binaries are not that big. I think like Hacks is like doing a whole lot. 20, you know, that's like Haskell Hello World or something. It's not bad. Let's see ELIS. Let's see the ELIS one again. So we're not getting past this parse module. It's failing in here. It's failing inside of parse module. Cool. So it's probably failing inside of parse module file also, which is calling handle parser results or something. Like, I mean, let's say here, post parse module prime, something like this. We just keep doing this, right? We can binary search it down to the exact fucking place where this thing occurs with enough gumption, right? With enough gumption, we can get there. Okay, that doesn't happen either, right? So it's in parse module. It's in parse module. Others exit early too, though, right? That's interesting, right? There's other things that are exiting early. from this somehow. Does parse module prime through? Like, God, I wish we could track the exceptions being thrown a little more easily. I chose to solve my bug with types instead of just raw dogging some XML string comparisons. I see. In what way did you use, like, what did you end up doing? I'm kind of curious. Like, this is gonna dig into like the whole shit, right? Like this, it's gonna dig into the whole shit really quick here, I think. Is this the error thing? Like, our error probably gets, it's probably here, right? Like, is this where it lives? Let's just print end line add diagnostic, something like this, just for the sake of it, right? Maybe that points us in a good direction. I wonder if that's where this error message actually lives, right? Like on the add diagnostic message. It's very possible, I think. If we go here, then no, it doesn't. I think no, it doesn't. Okay, where is type load parse again? I had to get some configuration data out of an XML string and use it with some other code elsewhere to do some conditional logic. I see. Very, very cool. Very cool. Did you use so like, did you use some kind of automatic thing that like some kind of automatic parser generator thing to like I guess I don't know what you mean exactly. But either way, it sounds cool. Like what I would interpret that typically is like something in like you have some type definition and then you generate a thing that extracts deserialization, right? This kind of deal, right? So instead of raw dogging the thing, yeah. Okay, I understand now. This is just, oh, we probably want raise typing error, maybe. Is that the, yeah, yeah, maybe this is the one. Log, or no, print end line, raise typing error. That's the guy. That's the guy. Message. That's the guy. Hello, Clyde Confusion. The avatar improved a lot from the last time. OM, is this true? Wait, when was the last time? It hasn't changed that much since last time you've been here, I think. Hello, welcome in. We might be on a different background though. Hi. And that was one of the most confused and inside out greetings I've ever given in my life, I think. Hello. I hope you're it's been 300 years. Yeah. Someone did come around the other day and they were like, long time no see, and it was like a year. It was like a year prior or something. Like, it was ridiculous. Where is this? Okay, we have errors now that are going to give us something. I guess these errors can just be ignored safely. I don't know the rules. I don't know the exact rules for this stuff. We sure are printing a lot now, though. Is there any kind of error in here? In the span of this stuff? I don't think so. No, there is not. If we run elisp, there also is not. There's nothing. There's nothing. What the fuck? Internal monologue starting from OCaml binary small. OCaml compilation is cool. I read about super compilation and understand 1/3 of the material. Chat might think this is cool. Share this link with chat. Thank you for sharing Mazeppa link with chat. This is cool. Super compilation is like the this is like a it's like compilation using runtime data, right? This is the deal. It's kind of like inside out JIT kind of, right? This kind of thing maybe. Where's compiler again? Like can we establish what's going on here? I need to reestablish a baseline. I need to reestablish baseline, I think. Before any of this happens, right? Up here, and create type or context, there is a problem. We have compilation context and we have macros here. What does the compilation context have in it? What is its nature? Do we know? Can we get compilation context? Has a common context, it has messages, it has all this stuff. The common context is the thing that actually has all the defines on it. That's the deal. I'm just curious how interlinked. Yes, interlinked, dreadfully distinct, or something. Do we know, like? Hello, Taniwa3. Thank you for the follow. Also, we gotta need to bounce. Take care. Thank you for stopping by, Taniwa3. I appreciate it. Do we know? Thank you. Thank you. Where does pre-std actually live? Is that in type load module? Pre-std. Here's where you live. Yes, in typer entry.el. So it's in the load module. I guess let's just keep drilling down. Let's keep on fucking going. Well, until we find the exact place where it happens. Here's post parse. I feel like we need to narrow down our messages here a little bit also, just to avoid some of this accumulation. Some of the accumulation. It's in parse underscore module. It happens before here. So it's in here. It's in here, and doesn't have it. It happens here in parse module prime, and it probably happens in here. What is parse hook? That's just parse underscore file. And parse underscore file is I don't know. Let's say it's print endline in parse underscore file. We go again. We go again. We rebuild everything. We rebuild all. Let's try this then. We're in parse file, okay, sure, clearly. We probably don't return from parse file. Parse file, if we have parse file from string too, and also what does this do? Does this always call parse file? We have parse file from string and parse file from lexbuff, based on whether or not, based on contents, which is based on whether or not it'll be some s in the case where com.file, I guess maybe we haven't loaded, there's some kind of cache, maybe we haven't loaded the thing. What is, I wonder what file contents is. Unique key string option list. I see. Let's place it, let's look in parse file from string maybe. Which just calls parse file from lexbuff, sure. So this is like, again, we're still in type load parse. I don't know if there is a, what a cool shader we got here. Hello, Ruroni Rakan. This is not, it's not even a shader actually. It's real letters. Look at this. Can you look at this thing? Hello. Hi. Yeah, it's real letters in a terminal. Like you can copy and paste it. You can do all kinds of shit with it. Hello, hello. If we say here print end line, yeah, there's also netcat mode, which remains to be fixed in parse file from lexbuff. We build this again, and we see where this takes us. Maybe somewhere good. Our output is getting longer every time. Thank you for the follow, Ruroni Rakan, also. Let's build this. And Probable Steve, also welcome in. If you're new here, you might consider checking out the Discord IRC, which is where we talk about computers and things like this sometimes. Okay. We have this. This is parsing. This is can we say print end line? Cool. Hell yeah. Thank you. I like it too. I also think it's cool. End of parse file from lexbuff. We rebuild again. These ones have to rebuild quite a lot because I guess this is relatively low down. This is a low down, ho down situation, I think. Where is this going from? Okay, we don't get to the end, obviously, so it's clearly in here somewhere. Well, here we're calling parser entry. Now this is actually getting into the real shit, right? We're calling grammar. We're calling parse file. We're calling parser entry parse with com.defines, right? Which means, like, we're only giving, like, all the state that's different must be in com.defines. Like we should print out com.defines and see how they differ. What is defines actually at this stage? It's a define.define, which is it's a pmap of values. Can we print a pmap.t? Is that something that is accessible to us? Can we print this structure? Can we see all the things? I mean, I guess we can just map over it and print them all, right? That's kind of fine also. If we hit iter, we can just call iter on this thing, and then we're golden, right? I think that's fine, right? Let's go back to typeload parse.el, and let's say I don't know, is that how do I even say this? Is it pmap.iter? Yes it is. pmap.iter. Okay, what is it again? Do we know it's define? It's they're both strings, right? This is even easier than we thought it would be, right? How do I define a lambda here? Is it just this, like Haskell? Hello Salad for Rest, also welcome in. Good to see you, friend. Also shout out Prodsy Pod, who is hopefully sleeping. K I don't know how to, is it curried? Like what's the deal here? Is it like this? OCaml, hello 715209, OCaml lambda. I don't even know the basic syntax of this language. I don't want lambda calculus, I want functions. It's fun. Okay, good. That is perfect. Perfect. Hello again, A squared also. Joel check? Yes, it's true. It's true. Joel is check. Print end line. Peas leaf. Yes. We have to get those emotes as let's deal with this for now. Define k equals v. We print that for everything in com.defines. Defines. The expression has type. Oh, are we doing? Oh, we're not. We're missing a caret here. Of course. I hope you're doing well in your corner of the internet. I see. Oh, wait, we have knowledge connection. Oh, it has type def. Oh, of course, we need to go. we need to extract it from this thing. What is defines? Where is defines? It's define.define, which has inside of it has values. It has values. It has values inside of it. Okay. Maybe this builds now. If this builds, that combo is definitely zooted, right? Yeah, it's getting a little bit zooted. We're zooting ourselves up just a tad. Okay, this we can print the defines now. So now we can compare what's different about them. If we run the Python one, we're getting to the point where we're printing 1 million files. We're printing 1 million files, which is quite a lot. Okay, where's the one that's pre-std? Here's std. We're defining DCE hacks. Let's just grab these and put them into a file. That seems like the best. And we'll say this is py.txt. And we run this again for elisp. Run the other one, please. And we can compare this, right? We can say this is elisp.txt. And we paste this here. And if we bring this up on top, if we say elisp.txt, hello Shrabi also. You're not sure delightful is the word you use, and also Skittles, thank you for stopping in. Python, this is py.txt. Here. So, how do they differ? How do they differ? Well, largely they're the same, right? We have various Python equals 1, Python version equals 3.3 here, situations, right? There's various things happening. Source header generated by hacks, sure. Do we have, is there anything interesting? Is there anything, one of those, like there's no eval or anything here, clearly. DCE equals std, like it doesn't seem like this is the distinguishing factor. I wonder if there's like an additional thing that's like, I wonder if there's just like a big thing that define, well, I guess we have to keep digging deeper. It's not quite there yet, right? Like I don't see, like, I mean, clearly, okay, here's the guess. Clearly there's something somewhere that's just like, my guess is there's like, there has to be something architecture specific that we're not implementing. Either the name Python just exists in like some big, or like there's that makes it skip that check, or like I really don't know, because clearly it's getting past that check here in Python, even though none of the variables we would expect to be set are set. So maybe there's some other define that is actually in the hacks source based on, but we grepped through pretty extensively, so I don't know where that would be. But anyway, we need to look back in back in type load parse again, because now we're starting to get into the real shit here, into the actual parser in grammar.parse file. Does parse entry.parse, does this handle the preprocessor? Its second argument should be context, which is if we run LSP, this should be just the defines. Yeah. I wonder where sharp token. So there are preprocessor things happening here, and this is presumably where the preprocessor error deal occurs. Like we're like full on running the preprocessor now. I wonder if we can log all places where where like the context is modified, where a define might happen. That feels kind of useful. Like can we grep for context here? Define.defines define.macro here. What is this? Is this just a like sharp error? Sure, that's fine. I wonder. Okay, here we have the thing that actually evaluates the macros. Sure, we can just evaluate given context. Like, and this is an expression. Do we have some convenient way to pretty print an expression? That would be that seems useful potentially. If we go to eval, maybe. Like it's sort of what we would expect. Like if there's a const, we're calling raw defined value on it, right? That's the case. Like I guess we can check like what values we're actually looking for. If we say begin end here, and we say print end line, I don't know, raw defined value, k, something like this. We can see everywhere where we're looking up when we're defining, like every lookup of one of these defines, and we can check. We can maybe even attach the value to these things, and we can compare. We can compare that. I kind of want to see if the Python thing is even checking them at all. Right? That feels useful to see. Like here we're checking the things we expect: core API, cross, custom target, eval, right? And none of those are presumably true, so we fail. In the Python case, where's pre-SG? Yeah, here. We're not checking any of them. None of them. We're not even getting that far. So we are skipping that entirely. Like it's being skipped. Are we? No, we're not. We're checking it here. Raw pre-SGD. Are we? No, we're not. I was reading the wrong thing. We're not. It's, damn it. Like what the hell? What the hell? So we're not getting to the point where we're never actually reading any values here. We're never actually like evaluating these preprocessor expressions here. Like how bizarre. Okay. Are we ever calling eval even, right? Are we ever even getting this far? Where's parser entry? Like, do we ever get that far? Compile, or print end line, preprocessor eval. So I thought it might be based on some other variable that we were skipping, but we're not reading any defines here, which I guess makes sense because we're loading the STD module directly. Like that's the case, right? We're never calling eval. At least not there. At least not there. How oh, that's why I thought I was imagining myself. This is the most cursed stream goal ever. Yeah, Zoshfe. Well, it's, you know, it was, we decided to let the winds take us where they take us, and today they did. This is getting so long, we need to have, like, we need to put the output in some kind of log or something. Python.log. And then let's just put that log somewhere. Can I put that somewhere on the screen? We have limited screen real estate here now. Let's just say this is python.log. Pre-std. Yeah. There's nothing. There's nothing. No preprocessor evaluation is happening here. Where is parse file from lexbuff? Do we know where that is? Type load parse. It's this fucker right here. This guy. Are we ever actually getting to parse entry parse? Let's check that. Let's check that as well. Parser entry parse. Build. This has been honestly one of the closest streams to like, I don't know, like this one is like maybe the closest thing to like practical like work. I don't know, like not in a bad way. This is things I enjoy, but like this is like very very close to like I have definitely performed this sort of procedure in the like in the real world, right? Pre SGD, like where does this occur here? Are we even getting there? We are getting parser entry parse. Okay, sure. How are we? What is happening now? We're not calling eval anywhere, right? Is there something that like indicates to us that we can like skip pre-processing, or like what is the deal? By good fortune I arrived before the end. Welcome back, Wind Up Boy. Maybe good fortune, maybe bad fortune. I don't know if you were here when we decided we decided on this path. This path was chosen for us, but it's been exciting. We're trying to debug a bunch of OCaml to find out why this thing is crashing. Bringing more fortune, welcoming code nightly. Yeah, that's how it is, right? Yeah, something about OCaml. Yeah, we have OCaml set up. We have this thing. We have hacks compiler building. We're trying to determine why the ELIS backend our nascent ELIS backend crashes with this preprocessor error on the standard library while Python does not. And that has gotten us down to adding a bunch of, we are print statement debugging all the way down to the parser at the current points. And that's kind of exciting. Like clearly something has happened. Surely OCaml has a REPL. Yes, but I don't know if it's going to help us here, because this is, again, yes, you know the trick. It's we'd have to drill deep into this guy. Can we like maybe we could, we could try, it may be too much to log, but we could try logging every token that we're processing. Like that seems to me like it's maybe somewhat engaging. Like where's our main loop where we're actually, yeah, here's process token. What is TK? TK is like this abstract, it's token, and I really miss show from Haskell. Can you break? Is there a debugger? There is a debugger. We don't have it set up. I don't know how easy it is for us to use, probably. So yes, we did discover the ability to easily insert a backtrace print. So that has helped us to this point, right? There is a function we can call to dump a backtrace at runtime, and that is useful. Extremely so. Okay, token, like I miss having, like, is there a convenient printer for token? Like, can we pretty print a token conveniently? I don't know if we can. OCaml people, if I'm missing something with that, like, is there a convenient way for us to like dump some representation, any representation of like an ADT? Because like, I guess otherwise, like I almost want to see like why we're like, where is the eval call here? Eval occurs inside of enter macro. Is that all? I think it might be all. Enter macro. That occurs inside of a few places, right? If and presumably that it only an if else if. This is error is match lexer.token code. I see. And this is, what does this custom s deal do? Well, it's just a string, I guess. Well, I guess no, it's always an error. It's inside of an if. Okay, we're not even reaching this if, right? We're not even reaching the if. I guess we can just like manually print the token, right? Like it's kind of horrible, but like we can like Like we can go kind of crazy style. Like let's actually search. Go camel converts type to string. Like let's see if there's anything. Like Haskell, there's like a thing called show that lots of things will override, will like derive from. Non-built-in types to string in OCaml. You want to printy print with the ML syntax. There are libraries. They're just writing a manual one. Like a project called deriving. Yeah. Haskell. You have to implement your own printing routines. Sure. Okay. Let's just write our own shit for this. We don't need to do anything super complicated. Some kind of PPX tomfoolery. Yeah. Like let's just go. We're going manual style on it. We'll go crazy, go stupid a little bit. Like let's just write our own match. We'll write our own match on tokens. And we'll go, you know, this is how we do it. This is how we do it here. We'll grab every token. We'll indent this by 20 lines or whatever. Hello, French Pow QW. Thank you for stopping in. Welcome. Why does const get busted? Why is it only const that indents further? Hello Swahilda, also thank you for the resub. 3-month sub, spoon fed to me by my favorite chatter, Niche Penguin. What a legend. It's true. It's so good. Niche Penguin's back also, Swahilda. Niche Penguin has returned. It's remarkable. It's very remarkable. Do all of these have okay, let's just manually clean them. I don't want to have to deal with writing a macro that handles all the cases. Oh, we probably do need to say like they have fields, right? Sure. Is this possible? Yeah, so when I said like, oh, it doesn't do this, this is hellish, I was like, oh, I'll go comment how gauche. And then I look at my screen and I already said the situation is definitely gauche. And I was like, oh, I already did it. And I closed my eyes back and I realized that is not the real me. Yes, it's the robot is emulating you. This is the case. Hello, yes. Hello, yes. Okay, we have this. We have this. Okay, now we go over the whole thing. We go over the, can we do macro style? I think we might have to go macro style for this one. This one is going to involve macro. Okay, what do we do? Okay, what is the macro? Forward word. Yank a word. End of line. Space. Arrow. Space. Quote. Escape. Paste. End quote. Escape. 0. Down. Save macro. And then this, well, we're getting an extra space because of the fucking, it's fine, we don't care. We don't care that much about the extra space on those ones. Okay, we can just run this macro a bunch. The macro solves the puzzle for us. I'm running it manually because I don't know how many lines. It's not that many. So, okay, cool. Cool. We have this macro. Maybe this builds still. Maybe this even builds still. And now we can see what the difference is between the tokens that we're parsing in the eLisp thing versus the Python thing. And ultimately at the end of this, like, you might be thinking like, is this going to be like very, okay, this is, we need to log this somewhere. We need to like print this out to like, because it's going to print hundreds of thousands of lines. Tokens.txt. Okay, you can print your tokens out, please. How big is tokens.txt here? It's 1.6 megabytes, which is not the worst thing ever made by man's eyes, by man's hands and perceived by man's eyes. Can we go here? Can we revert buffer quick, please? Okay, here we go. Pre std. Okay, we're parsing module. We can look at the tokens now. Comment, keyword, semicolon, key. Okay, this sucks, obviously. It obviously sucks and it's horrendous, but if we do the same thing with eLisp, say foo.el, Can we compare them now? If we go python.log elisp.log, like where's python.log again? Bring that up. elisp.log. Okay, fine. Pre-std. Okay. Here's where they live. Here's the place. Parser entry parse. Are they the same? When do they become different? Well, they're not. They're clearly not the same. They're very clearly and obviously not the same. Oh, wait. Oh. Can we see? Is it an override situation? Is it the case that languages have specific standard libraries that are getting overridden? Is there no, there's no std.hx in here. No, there's underscore std, and there's std.hx and underscore std, and there is comment keyword semicolon keyword const dot. Oh my god, it's because it's different code in the first place is why this is happening. It's different code in the first place. That's I think we've uncovered it. We've solved the puzzle. What's happening here is that we're like, why does this not happen? We did the same. It's because there's probably code that checks if this directory exists for a particular language or something like that. I'm sure we can find where it's finding it. And what that does, computer, is it checks if the language. Did we die? My internet died on my end, I think. Are we dead? A classic hour 5 solved. Now we're cooking. Yeah. Oh my god, computer. This is okay. Brief blip on my end, maybe only. Okay, not dead. Thank you. Okay, we're alive still. Dies for a second. Okay, we're good. The only real bad death, like normally Twitch will keep the stream live and things are okay. The only one that's really bad is when OBS itself decides to be like, haha, the stream is done, teehee. Yum face. So what's happening here is that this is getting loaded instead. That's the situation. It's that this is getting loaded instead, and we'll actually find it because you can see the at here. This is the at. They also call colon double dot. Yeah, without mod running the exercise bike, the internet is only at 1/4 power. Yeah. So that's the case here. It's that we have this Python folder that loads std.hx separately. And that's going to be a major problem. You can't just say tee yum face out of nowhere. What the fuck? I'm doing the Professor Layton pose right now. Do they all have this? They all have underscore std. They do. Fuck. They do. Your productivity like spikes on hour 5. The thing is, like, this is not even productivity spiking. I've been working like, man, remember at the beginning of this stream when I was like, hey guys, I've been locked in too hard. It's time to relax and talk about PlayStation 1. It's time to talk about fun things. Time to look at the documentation. Yeah, the docs probably actually do say something about this. You're back from hell. Welcome home. If we say elisp here, if we say elisp backend style, and then we make underscore std. No, not in that way. We make underscore std. And then in here, only chats during code streams, only codes during fuck around streams. Yeah, it really is like that, Agpen. It's interesting. Hell, opening a mechanical keyboard. I see. Well, I wish you well, friend. This is std.hx here, right? If we make std.hx here, and we say something about that, if we say it's called package, where does it crash in a new and different way now? Do we crash in a way that is both new and different? Let's also stop logging every token. That seems like not necessary. That seems unnecessary for now. A brand new, beautiful, and innovative failure. Hello, Draw That Redstone. Welcome. We can comment all of that out. Let's rebuild. That's a lot of code. Yeah, we had to write some pretty printing thing. We were logging a lot because we decided to log every token. We're still logging quite a lot of stuff, but like we gotta ease it off a little bit. Can we see eShell? Where's eShell hell? This one. If we run this now, if we just run this now, oh baby, we're in different error territory. We're now saying, okay, yes, module STD does not define type STD. Which is clear because this is module STD and we're clearly not defining type STD. We've arrived at different error. Is it possible for us? It's expecting a function called string to exist. What functions in the standard library does this expect to exist? We'll have to see what they are, and I'm sure we're going to do nothing with them all. We're going to throw errors in every one of them. And say you are creating a problem for me, but that's fine for now. Is this perhaps a compiler built-in moment? It is. It's more of a runtime environment built in. It expects this class to implement this interface, right? For the particular runtime. And like if we run this now, do we even have to rebuild to run this? Has no field string. Where does string exist here? We just call python.boot.toString s on this. For us, I imagine we are going to say something along the line. Like, what's the minimal thing we need to compile? If we say 4 spaces, how do we throw an error? We are the runtime, indeed, yes. Is it called raise in this language? No. How do I throw... I don't want to return anything. I want to throw an error complaining. Do I need to annotate things with exceptions? Like, how do I just like cheat and not do this? What's the modus by which I can cheat and not do this? I guess we can return empty string to do exclamation point. That's really what we want. Yeah, like I want error. Missing. Now we're missing is of type and also int and also various other functions. Can we find is of type? Is of type. Can we get your signature is of type? If feature typed underscore cast. I mean, we presumably have that feature. Let's say is of type. It returns return false. Convenient function. Also, where is int? Where is int? Oh, it's here. It takes a float and produces an integer. Is this overridden somehow? Are there multiple? No, it's parse int. The int is always going to take a float. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Let's see. You know what int is going to do? It's going to be it's going to be really simple. It's going to okay, we probably want to indent all this stuff a little less horrendously. Are they mixing tabs and spaces? They are. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. Let's manually indent all of this stuff. Let's remove all of this shit too. Did we lose is type of somehow? Where did you go? What the hell are we doing? Clonkers, when was the last break? Rebooting the stream, don't forget to do that. We did it was 2 hours ago the stream died. That was our last break now. Return 0. Sure. You're alive now. Okay. They do seem to judiciously mix tabs and spaces, which is sort of concerning. Anyway, let's make that a little smaller so we can actually see shit. Okay, cool. Maybe we have. Do we need more fun? Oh, we're missing. Oh, we need a funny little one of these guys. Missing field downcast required by core type. Downcast. Okay. Downcast is required by the thing. What does downcast need to do? Returns an S. We're going to be returning Returning null on this one, I think, gamers. Actually, you know what? Let's return null on all of them. Then at least it maybe is easier to find where things are breaking. Missing field instance required by core type. Also, cool. It looks like we're probably going to need all of these fuckers. Well, we'll just get all of them and just return null. Return null. There is no camel mode which you're using. This is hacks though. This is the compiled language. Alas. Missing field. This one just says nothing. We don't know. Lines 421. Like what the fuck? Missing field. Oh, it's literally called is. It's a function called is. It's not syntax. It's called is. Jesus Christ. Instance defers to downcast. Yes, I don't know. I don't know what any of this is or why. Well, I mean, presumably we're going to have to implement this based off of some kind of built-in, you know. These are things we'll have to do. Let's say this up here also. Sure, maybe you go now. Parse float. We probably need parse int and also parse float. We're just trying to get all the required guys in here. Turn null. Parse float presumably is the same thing, but with float here. This is ActionScript. This is hacks, which probably resembles ActionScript quite a lot because it was originally, I think, designed for people who are writing ActionScripts. And it can target ActionScript as well, I believe. Okay, this is random. Okay, cool. Okay, we've gotten to it. We've passed that stage in our life where that is the error that we are encountering. Hacks.valueException is missing field value. Where is this happening? Exceptions.ml. I see. This is probably on account of the funny little configuration thing that we're doing in common, right? Common.ml. Value. Is that not here? Is it in compiler? Is it in compiler.ml? Where's value exception? Where's exception happening at all? Where's elisp happening? Is it in common? Here it is. I mean, it seems like there's probably something to do with this because we have this PF exceptions shit happening here. Was there gamma today? I don't think there has been gambling so far. We're going back. We're going full dwarf here. Hello, Sun312772. Also, welcome in. Where is? Are we enabling some kind of exception situation that is unwanted by us? PF exceptions equals something. Are we saying PF exceptions equals default config PF exceptions? We are, it seems. What's the language that doesn't have exceptions that would require us to catches as value exception? This is happening on line exceptions.ml line 387. Male wife is in a zooted zone. Yes. Perhaps. Neko has... Maybe we just shouldn't set exceptions to anything. I mean, they're all just setting... Probably should understand this functionality a little bit better. Well, anyway. This is exception.ml line 387. In source filters. Filters, exceptions.ml, 387, go. Here. pmap.find value, context.value exception class.cl fields. Interesting. What is value exception class? Well, presumably that's something that we should know about. Exception... I wonder where that's set. Exception class. It's a T class. Cool. Which is one of these things that has presumably all the information at the type level for this. Longtime fan of hacks. Hello, Resmason. Yeah, I don't know hacks, but we're trying to add a new backend by like fumbling around like we normally do. It seems like it's probably the case that we haven't defined an exception, right? Like that's, I mean, it seems pretty obvious that's what it's doing. Hacks.value exception is missing the field value. So where is hacks.value exception defined? Probably in std. Yeah, the docket was too weird today. We didn't really have a defined goal. It wasn't like this is Smorgasboard today, so there's no, you know how it is. There's exceptions.hx in here. Is there value exception? There's value error. Value exception. Yes, underscore std hacks. Exception.hx. Maybe we just really need to do all of this stuff. eShell hell is a pretty sweet status line. Yes, I think so. Okay, we do need a value field on this guy. Maybe where's value exception? I don't know where value exception is even coming from here. Maybe it's who can say? Who can say really at the end of the day? Is that really the only place? Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Most people learn by making a video game, not by adding a compiler target. You cogent wildebeest. Well, we'll see if this actually constitutes learning in any sort of meaningful way. I'm sort of dubious about that still. We'll see how it goes, I guess. Value and like I wonder where it expects this thing to live. Like a normal hack stream would be cool. I kind of want to game jam with it sometime. Yeah, it's a cool piece of technology, I think. Like we'll see. I mean, obviously if we do this, if we get this thing working, we have to play with it more, right? We're kind of obligated to, I think. So like we'll have to someday for sure. Where does this hacks exception class thing happen? Let's keep grepping. Git grep hacks exception class. No, we were forgetting that git grep is a broken pile because our pager is set incorrectly. Are we obligated to? Probably not. I feel like we're obligated to do very little in general, right? Like there's not much obligation required here in any kind of way, but like it's sort of fun to pretend that there is sometimes, right? 546 go. This is just the thing that initializes everything, maybe. Hacks exception class is type load instance exception type path, param spawn what is this? Param spawn monos. What is hacks exception type path? Oh, it's hacks exception. And value exception type path is value. Okay, this is pretty clear. So probably what's happening maybe is that it's it is that, right? It's definitely, that path definitely references, like the default one lives inside of hacks exception and hacks value exception here, right? That's where it lives. We're not finding it. We're not finding it because it's probably trying to. Is there no value exception in the Python implementation? Is like if we look in std hacks, there's no value exception here. So it might be trying to load the built-in one instead. Like I don't understand why it wouldn't just load both of them. Hello Sampy159 and also Wazi Kamawada. I'm so sorry I missed you last time. I saw your name like 30 minutes later after you said hello, I think, and I felt bad about it. I felt like I had missed you. So I double greetings. Subin to boost is such a power play. Yeah, it's the self-negation. Okay, this is. Do other things have this? Like if we look at PHP, for example, in std hacks, do they have their own value exception? No, the PHP backend reimplements a lot, I guess. I've been lurking since the beginning of the stream, but I forgot to boost soup. Okay, I gotcha. But not it doesn't need to implement exception. What makes it different? This doesn't either. So like maybe it's probably just our configuration and compile, right? Like if we go to compiler.ml, right? Where's or common.ml, whatever it is. This guy. Like what is the difference between where's PHP? It has its own, like, are we sure that it's here? Like it feels like there must be some difference in configuration that's making it so that like what are we saying here concretely? We're saying pf underscore exceptions. Do we know what this looks like? Exceptions config. Thank you for the boost, Vicente DL and Carr. Also, I couldn't tune in long last time. Was just lurking, of course. Well, no worries. It's good to see you in any kind of capacity, right? It's always just nice just to, like, see people's names. People are. It's I'm sure you know how it is. It's. I think, okay, we have this. I think is more due to like the actual exception syntax of the language. I don't know what would cause this to. What would cause us to be like not to be looking for to be getting the wrong class, basically. I guess in filter we can add or in exceptions.ml we can print like what the path is, maybe something like this. But like again, this should just be like where I wonder what this is basically. Like I guess we can print in here maybe. Like if I say, I don't know when we need the begin and the end either. If I say print end line this is a list of strings. I don't think I can do a list. I can, like, how do I well, I probably need something to concatenate a list of strings. It's gonna be the same either. This is a constant, so of course it doesn't matter. This is always the same thing. Hacks exception. Are you using a VM or are you streaming in Nix? We are streaming in Nix on hardware, Bluish thing. That's how we do it. That's how we do it, to our joy and at times dismay. Careening off an Olympic-sized diving board. Guess I'll try learning to swim today. yeah. Every time, right? That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Every single time. Hacks.exception is expected to be a class. Okay, where's the thing that's actually saying like 387 here, missing field value. Like I would expect it to just load the default value expression, right? Like that would be my expectation here. But it seems like that is not the case. I guess we can try printing the whole thing instead. Like what if we were to say like say context.value exception class.cl fields pmap.iter fun k underscore at least, right? And then we say print endline fields value exception fields. I gotta go to attempt sleep in this heat. I am die. Good nights. Please stay safe. Don't fall victim to fan death. It's a little known fact, if you run a ceiling fan, I'm messing with you. The please rest well, Swihilda. This is K here. Print endline K on the fields. Like this maybe. Okay, we rebuild once again. and we see what it does. And we can do the same game we played before, where we can compare what happens for Python with what happens for this. And probably we want to also remove all these print statements. Do we know what it is? Do we know what it is? Are there no fields? Value, exception. There are maybe no fields. If we do this for Python foo.py, value, exception. It has unwrap and value here. Okay. Okay, cool. Can we print something else about it? Like, what else does a class have? It has a typer, it has basic types, as through, like, no, this is wrong. This is not what it has. We have to find it. What does a T class have? It has a path, a module def, it has documentation. Are there any convenient strings that we can print out here? Maybe not. Maybe not. Like, this is like the core class data structure even. This does not feel very useful. It'd be nice if we can get like the complete path to the thing. Somehow. Like, I guess the thing that loads the classes is the thing to look at, right? Like, because presumably they're going to be called with the same name, right? So like maybe we can check on those somewhere. Value. What's the path type? The path type is it's a list of strings, but I assume it's just going to be where is it? It's in exception functions. I assume it's just going to be this, right? It's this. The path is just like it's the class name combined with a list of strings that are like the kind of the package, right? The package split up on the, you know. So if this is hacks.value exception, right? And the thing that's happening here is that there are multiple possible definitions of hacks.value exception, right? Because there can either be the standard, like the default one in std, like the one that lives std hacks value exception.hx. And then you can also override these things in a backend specific way in this folder under this, right? So Python overrides the exception class. What's curious, however, is that I would expect it to just use the default implementations, because we're trying to just do that, and like we're not telling it anything special. We're not defining that file for the ELIS backend, and other backends also don't explicitly create that file. Like this has exception.hx, but it's not the same as this one in here. Like there's no special handling for exceptions there is in the PHP backend, but there is not in, like, for example, the Lua backend, I think. No, there is still maybe. Maybe you always need exception, I guess. Maybe that's what we're fucking up. No, Java doesn't have it. Java doesn't. Does JS have it? It does. Well, I guess maybe let's try and write that. Maybe other things will become clear from there. Like where is std dot this guy? If we go here, if we make hacks, and we say exception.hx and we save the file, maybe that will produce results for us. Well, it will complain in a different way. Type not found exception. Okay, excellent. That's slightly better. Package hacks. We have an exception, extends. It's just an exception. How do we complain now? It needs toString. It needs constructor. It needs variety. It needs a variety of other things. Let's just stub all of these out, right? Where's the constructor? I don't know the constructor syntax here. Is it just the name of the thing like it would be elsewhere? Yeah, they have an external class for this. Hello, badcop underscore. Welcome in. Is this welcome? Hello, phonoflops. Also, what are you up to, badcop? It's good to see you. Let me shout out badcop underscore. Badcop, do you know about hacks? like HAXE. We're writing some OCaml trying to hack on an eLisp backend for hacks. That's today. Hello, Colonoscopy also, and greetings. If you don't know me, I'm LCOLONQ. I pretend to be letters on here. It's pretty good. If you like the letters, you can go here and see more letters in different arrangements. But yeah, we're just kind of deep. We're deep in it. We've been fighting with the hacks code base for a little minute here, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on actually. Okay, here it's called new. I see. So yeah, we're working on the website that pays me money to work on it. Oh, I see. It's boot development. I see. Hello, Chaotic Track. Also, it's wicked cool. Thank you very much. It's currently showing. I don't know if you can see her, but it's currently showing a clip from Bad Cop. You can change various things. And thank you, Colonoscopy, for the follow, friend. Welcome in. It's good to have you. Okay, this is just nothing. We just don't do anything in the constructor, I think. We're trying to make things work, and it's proving we've been doing some debugging hardcore style. Missing field details. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Where does details happen? I don't know what the deal is. That doesn't even happen in here. It doesn't happen because I spelled it entirely wrong. That would make sense. That would really kind of that would generally do the trick. We're constructing exceptions. Yeah, we're returning null. It's one of the best things to do all the time. I love returning null almost more than anything. Missing field message also. Thank you, Chaotic Track, for the follow. I appreciate it, big friends. It's good to have you. We've had a tumultuous stream today. It's been kind of fucking crazy. So it's good to see you as always. Okay, can we run this again? Does it go? Missing field message. Where does message live? Message, you're a public var message. We need to have a public, sure. That's where you live. Do you require other? Missing field native required? Maybe all of these are required actually. We'll have to see if they are. Method get native required by property native is missing. This forces you to write getters and setters. Is this true? This is sort of obtuse. Can it just make them for you if you're? Yeah, we are exempting constructors. Yes. Get message. It's also this. Is there one of these that's interesting. Anyway, this is returning null. This is also returning null. Hello, Henrik Mark. My finding of the week: Apple Lane. Apple Lane.htm. Infomania. What is the relationship between Apple and Lane? Oh, yo. Okay, this is a page. I wrote a cool bash script to play a sound effect. Want to see? Yes, I do want to see badly, actually. SFX. Does it? Can we see? Can we see? Oh dear. It's a very cool bash script. I see. Indeed. We have the classic remote PowerShell play sync. Is this? Hell yeah. That's pretty amusing. Yeah, now you just have to do it over your Tailscale network so you can do it when you're not home. What is this Apple Lane thing? Hello, Fire Marcher also. Apple. Where's Lane? I am a is the Henrik Mark, did I not even get, oh, I don't get streak messages over here. I have to type it by hand. Imagine the sand effect on the V2. Phonoflops. Look at this. If you go to the redeems and do the Pharaoh's Curse. Hello. I can sort of still flop around and fling some sand around. We do have sand. We do keep it a little bit sandy. What is this? What is this? HTTPS www.cjas.org lang apple lane.htm. This one. Yeah, here we go. What is the relationship between Apple and Lane? A daughter node of Thought Experiments Lane. I think different Lane image. The makers of Serial Experiments Lane seem to be very knowledgeable about computers. We have, okay, this is I think a deep dive here. We gotta, this is good. This is damn good. I'm posting this in the Discord just for the sake of it. We gotta get the link here. One moment. Just need to add sound. Now, did you roll your own sand? Yes, it's custom sand. It is custom sand style. If we post this image, does that go? Does that go? I think it does. It does go. Do we have? Okay, I think we're good. This fan theory page looks like it may be from 1999 actually. Bash can do anything. Though even if it's not a crafting recipe on God, it does like that. It does like those. Okay, where are we whining? Previous required by core type method get native. Didn't we make that already? We're just missing field previous. Okay, where's exception? Where's exception? Elisp exception. On cap, no cap on. It's true. We stay repping that bash magic like echo no cap. Yeah, can you? Damn, I've been lurking on the Internet Archive and found some interesting websites. I'm thinking about doing a compilation on my blog just to have them saved. Yeah, that's. I mean, please share them if you find good stuff, Henrik Mark. I will look forward to the thing. This is the exact sort of thing. Like the Lane Apple page is the exact sort of thing that we're looking forward to. Yeah, and the blog also is interesting. Do we have exception JS? We just gotta do the same little dance. Getters for everything. Getters for everything. Return null everywhere. And then where does previous live? Up here. What do we guess? There's probably it's probably gonna complain about the stack field also. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Is there get stack? There is. Is this gonna complain? Could not resolve accessor. Required by property stack. We gotta get stack, I guess. It's true. This is here. It also returns null. I love how chonky your keyboard sounds. Thank you. It's a very extremely chonked up keyboard. It is extremely wide. I would say. You do that. Yeah, hell yeah. Hello Eros_C4. Also, thank you for a pursuit of idle dream. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Are we going to the area? And Kratos, thank you for the lurk. Now we just need to do value exception, I guess. I mean, I guess we can just do value exception in the same way that we're doing exception right now. Like, I guess we can find the native value exception, maybe. Like, where is built-in value exception? Where is hacks value exception? Does this do anything that's horrible? It's just a thin wrapper around exception, right? If I say value exception.hx here and I just paste this file verbatim, maybe that does something. Missing field value still. What's that all about? What's that all about? Does it not have field value on it? It does. It seems to. Unless we're finding the wrong class here somehow. I don't know what this is about at this point. I feel like what? Huh? Oh, I think we're like loading. We must be like loading something very wrong. Something is configured in such a way that something very incorrect gets loaded here. How do we come to terms with this computer? What are our terms? I think like it's probably the case. We're still going late style. We're here, Big Game Mikey. We always go this late style. At least we're only 2.5 hours into the stream. We just started just recently. We have so many more things to show each other. I don't know. Where is also shout out Big Game Mikey, who I only recently learned is doing thing. That was my assumption. When you had to start re-implementing the standard lib amount. I mean, the thing is, like, we really shouldn't need to be re-implementing this. This is just complaining. This is us not pointing something in the right direction. Like, naturally, we need to re-implement the standard lib, or at least parts of it. But the thing is, like, we shouldn't need to re-implement all of it. Like, we can just like stub out the small parts that are necessary. I think. And this is very curious because the thing that we are implementing here actually like it has the field, so it's clearly not finding the correct thing, and that's concerning. That is concerning. Do we have? I mean, this is yuck. Yuck. We were already logging those fields somewhere in, like, we have to find the difference between what it's doing for Python and what it's doing here. What is the difference? What makes the difference? And I thought that might be the configuration stuff in here. But I don't think that it is now. Like, I wonder if there's like some kind of, there's that pre-build thing that we saw, if you recall, but I assume that's hooked up to the make file correctly so that it runs when we change those files. Like maybe I was slightly concerned that maybe it's, you know, maybe it's not rebuilding that correctly and we're missing some kind of metadata floating around. Well, I guess the thing to do is to find out where it's actually like in this thing that loads classes, right? In this thing that actually loads the class in, for example, I don't know. Let's go to exceptions.ml first of all. In this thing that actually loads the class, in the thing that sets value exception class, which happens up in one of these places. It happens somewhere. Happens in load instance. We want to find where it actually opens the file. I think that's the case. Like, where does it actually load? And it probably happens in one of these things, in these parse file from lexbuff. Let's go to parse file again. Like, where is that? Is that in grammar? Parser entry? Parse underscore file. Where is this? Hello? Parse file. In parse file. In parse file. Here you are. And this takes a position. It takes classpaths.resolved file. What is classpaths.resolved file? I mean, there's this rfile.classpaths.file, which is a string. So that seems interesting. Let's just print that alongside the thing. Let's make sure we're doing the appropriate precedence. Let's rebuild again. And now we should have real paths for everything that we're parsing. So we can see like what is the actual path to the class, hopefully. Well, we'll see. We'll see, I guess. So if we run this for elisp again, we can see maybe We're here, right here. We're loading std hacks value exception.hx. We're calling parse file from lexbuff. We're doing a bunch of defines. We're doing a bunch of stuff. We parse the module successfully. And this happens right. This is like the last one we're doing. If we do, what if we do for Python? What if we do the Python version? Can we see? Value exception. That's just parsing the standard, the default value exception.hx, right? And exception.hx is parsing the Python specific one. But like, if we delete the if we delete our Emacs one entirely, if we were rm std Emacs, where is this? Elisp, sorry. Thank you for continual headpat scrolls situation. Hello. If we run this again for Elisp, I guess. No, just deleting one specific backend. You know, it's complex. It's complex. This should be loading just the default one. Yes. So this is the same file. It's the same file that was loading in the Python case here, right? And then it gets parsed correctly, and then it says it's missing the field value. Just thanks for headbats is enough, as you said before. Thank you. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Something is making them parse differently. What could, like, it's loading the same file for Python and this, but for some reason the Python version, it can find this field value. I guess let's go to exceptions.ml. Like, where are we printing? Where are we printing value? We're printing value exception field here, right? Value exception field, which happens down here. It happens all the way down here. I guess let's see, where are we parsing value exception? Here? Yeah. And then below this, we don't even check it right away. I guess there's two places. Then one day I'm going to say tomorrow another eclipse will come from this day, and then LCOLONQ will say, is this true, Takeda? Will another eclipse come tomorrow? That's a pretty good impression, honestly. That kind of is what I would say, I think. I tend to talk like this. Yes, this is much laughter. Raucous laughter. This now, it happens immediately after this. It's happening immediately afterward. Raw defined value message dot reporting. I see. Like, what the heck? What the heck? Do we have message dot reporting happening down here? Happens all the way at the bottom, I guess. I mean, this is just the end of the thing. Significant Pythoning was accomplished today. Congratulations. Good work. Interesting. I guess this could just mean like imports and things are happening all over the place. Sure. I just don't know why. Why? Do we know snake based? Hello MSCS also. We do keep it a little bit snake based. We need more water, I think, first and foremost here. Hit him with the increased high pour. Hey man, how's it going? It's going pretty well. Do you know about hacks, MSCS? We're trying to work on the we're hacking on the hacks compiler. And learning a little bit of OCaml, I guess, trying to find out why our new custom backend is exploding. or at least why we're yeah, we'll grab speed. We're nailing it down. The thing is HAXE. It's like a it's a little scripting language, or it's a language. The intention is to compile to a lot of different backends. It's used in some commercial game projects. I think originally as like a replacement for like ActionScript for Flash, but now for many other things. And we wanted to see if we could make an ELIS backend because that seemed exciting. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Like this thing, Dead Cells isn't hacks. Yes, that's one of them. Looks kind of Haskell-y. It's I don't know. It's pretty Java. It's like very OOP deal. I think the language itself. This language on screen is not hacks. This is OCaml. So the compiler for hacks is written in OCaml. So that's why we have a nice yeah. That's why we have a nice functional sort of thing here. Although our screen real estate is suffering a little bit. Do we know? A lot like AS3, which is a lot like Java. Yeah. Can we go back to hell and see? What if we try? I don't know. PHP. Like PHP just works also, right? Value exception. They all just work, other than this one. Don't forget about no TTY for OCaml if you need fancy terminal blinking lights. Okay, we will keep this in mind. Hello, Wanna Get High 313, or alternatively Wanage Thigh 313. Welcome in. It's good to have you. Is there an OCaml backend? I don't think there is. The most VTuber compiler backend ever. Is missing field value here, and we're not. It's because there's no field at all. Like we're not printing any field at all. How concerning. How concerning. Oh, you're coding. You're deeply disconcerted by that idea of the most VTuber compiler backend ever. I don't even know what that would mean. I feel like. I don't know. I feel like VTubing is pretty intertwined with the concept of anime character online is pretty intertwined with the concept of programming the computer at this point, in my eyes at least. I think it's like, I feel like every other person who's doing this, every other person who has these funny characters is like doing like, yeah, this weekend I was writing, we wrote like, I don't know, MIPS assembly for 10 hours. A sociology term paper. Where is I'm trying to like, how are we gonna, like, what the fuck is it loading? It's loading the same file. How are the fields different? It's the same, it's parsing the same file. Does value exception do like a bunch of, did we just not read it properly? Does it do a bunch of bullshit? Does it have a bunch of preprocessor nonsense going on here? It doesn't seem to. It seems to be very bare bones, right? There's value. It exists. Is one called from an alien? I don't like it. It's this is at a low level. It's like we're parsing the class itself, and we can't seem to read the right field from the class. Okay, I guess we have to go even deeper. We have to dive even further. Coding for the lulz, semiotics, and goal selection among software development streamers. One of those Venn diagrams where one of the circles is anime, and one of the circles is hacking, and one of the circles is different nerd cat, and the middle is VTuber compiler hacker. Yeah, it's like this. Maybe it's maybe a little bit like this. Okay, where's exceptions.ml? We gotta find this. Where's value exception class? You get loaded by load instance, right? Load instance prime. Thank you for the shout out, Basie. Also, can we LSP style? Where's load instance prime? Going another layer deeper in this onion. Time to get loaded. Oh yeah, it's true, Slater USA. I'm gonna be as loaded as a fucking baked potato by the time this is done. I'm gonna be ready to start eating through the beef in my fridge, I would say. I don't know if the only thing I've been cooking recently, because it's incredibly, like, for various reasons, is very convenient at the moment, is I've just been cooking like beef with tomatoes and peppers and stuff. And I just like, I made way too much the other day, and now I have like a literal week worth of leftovers. Because I thought I was cooking 2 pounds, and then I ended up the things that I thought were pounds were, once defrosted, turned out to actually be like 3 pounds. So I cooked like 6 pounds of, it's the whole thing. A friend of mine wrote her thesis on the Xeno Warrior Princess online fan community in 1994. Oh my god. This is, I don't know, I yearn for this to some degree. I don't know. It's a time that I never even knew, but I know I sort of have ancestral memories of this. I yearn for it. What is it called? What is the thing called? Value? It's called CL Fields. Where does CL Fields happen? Clearly not in here, in type load. What are we calling that makes CL Fields into a thing that's real? CL Fields, yeah, it's for days, honestly. It's kind of for days. Here's CL Fields here. There's some kind of thing happening on this. There's a full, oh, we got real fucked up indentation here, because these are tabs and these are also tabs. I guess it's all just tabs. That is fucked though. Hypertext to the college had to adapt their process to accept CD-ROMs as theses. Hell yeah, trailblazing. Friends, as an AI language model, I don't personally use any development tools, including text editors or integrated development environments, IDEs. However, I can provide information on why some developers might choose Emacs over modern IDEs. Emacs is a highly customizable text editor that has been around since the 1970s. It's known for its extensibility, allowing users to modify and extend its functionality with Emacs Lisp, a dialect of the Lisp programming language. Here are some reasons. Thank you. Okay, this is we're adding the fields here. This is where the fields get added. This is where the fields get added. Hello, welcome back, Yellowberry HN. Good to see you. Oh god, Lisp. We do Lisp around here quite a lot. Colonoscopy. Get struct, init, and non fields. CL fields occur relatively often in this zone. Maybe it does. I just don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, what adds the field? How do we, how is the field being introduced here? The nesting is so deep here. We have to go to this font size in order to not have wrapping. We have to go to utter, we still have it. We have to go to minimal size. We have to go to insane small size, and we still have it. We have some long lines here, gamers. We have to Lisp brings me back to my college days. Learn it from one of my CS classes. Very nice. It's one of those things that, like, I don't know. It's probably nice to learn at least once upon a time. I don't know if I'm so. I mean, I write a lot of Lisp. I don't know if I'm so on the Lisp is ultimate transformative language. All other languages, you're a blub programmer or whatever. If you don't know Lisp and prefer Lisp, but like, I think it's okay. Nothing matters that much though. This function adds fields, but it generates struct init fields, right? Do we know if CL fields is used anywhere else? They're weird and smell bad. I mean, I sort of count as one, and I am weird and I do smell bad, but I wouldn't insult the rest of them. CL fields, optimization, GCE, generators, GenPy, sure. Context common.ml checks this thing. Like, where is it being made though? where are we adding to CL fields? Where are we actually introducing thing to CL fields? Smelly nerds. The colleges that showed up early to this stuff have these funky majors from that time. Yeah. How is the progress on e-lisping? Well, we keep encountering new and improved bugs, Yellowberry HN. We keep finding new and improved things that are strange that cause us to fail and die instantly. It's kind of exciting. E-lisping is interesting right now, yes. Type load fields maybe is going to serve to populate some of this stuff. That seems like maybe it does a thing. Where to do inheritance, add CF name not found. What is this? Is this create property? This seems possibly good. Anime characters, besides Tomoko from Watamote doesn't smell bad. Is this true? I feel like letters don't smell bad either. So it's kind of we sort of have the double whammy, as they say. Let's what is this actually doing? Where do we actually add it? Is this the only place we actually add it to a field? This has class flag C interface thing is sort of concerning. I don't know. How does she feel about the changes since then? Paper degree has Arnie's signature on it. Fucking weirdest timeline. That's pretty nuts. Wait, the governor signs degrees. Is this the case? I didn't know about that. Like, I feel like we must have some kind of, like, we're not making the field for some reason, right? We're loading that file, but we're not creating the field on the corresponding class for some reason. So why would that be the case? Is it possible that there's some kind of weird configuration thing that makes that happen? Is there some kind of, like, I don't know. I really don't know. It seems complex. It seems like there is a complex interplay of things here. I'm gonna stand up and stretch my legs again. I think that's the immediate objective. I will return in 30 seconds. Let's actually not switch to BRB, because the last time we switched to BRB, the stream crashed. So instead, we're going to put BRB on this screen and say BRB, be right back. Let's make sure to move a little bit, but I'll see you soon.
First blood.
Hello, I'm here again. I had to return. It's crashed, hasn't it? No, we're back. We had to flee briefly. There was no normal BRB screen because of Thank you for song. Very good. Because the last time we went to BRB, the transition animation to leave BRB crashed the stream in the horrible way. So we're here normal style now. We're here in real mode. Wires are connected, right? Oh god, yes. You know what happens? That's happened before. Which is why I hadn't been using BRB screen 3, but I think it's actually, yeah, we are looming for real, Prod. It's true. It's actually true. Can we PC part picker on stream? Yeah, it is coming together. It is coming. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. We will move off of this fucking godforsaken machine. It is actually punishing my whole career at the moment. It's in a way that is concerning. Let's say, yeah, we have our computer situation is very bad at the moment. Let's print nline creating property a name. Maybe that does something. Let's just keep gathering information, and eventually we'll have enough information that we know where the problem is. Which again, we did this before, right? We did this for the previous gizmo, and we solved that puzzle. So maybe we can solve this puzzle too. Let's split this. Let's go into hell again. eShell hell, please. Okay. Do we know what's going on here? Post parse module. Nothing interesting. Exception.hx in all kinds of bullshit. Where's, if we go Python style or PHP style, if we go, let's say we go PHP style, where's value exception? We parse it, and then we have probably a bunch of, we have creating property value here. We have creating property value. There's various property creation that occurs, right? You see them all? There's a lot of them. If we run just elisp, thank you for water also, Yellowberry. There's message native stack, which are the ones on exception. There's length, big endian, little endian. There's no value. We're not creating property value. Ever. And that's extremely concerning. I don't know why. Why the fuck would that happen? What is the hardest project you made in your streams? The swap hair with those characters seems very complex, IMO. I think, honestly, the most intense thing I've worked on is probably the Game Boy emulator arc was pretty intense, right? That's like, yeah, we should have built residential zones. The Game Boy emulation arc was a lot. That was like me kind of like really schmooving quite a lot, trying to get the thing done, and then running into doing a lot of like deep digging around for trying to get performance out of the thing. That's probably it. Other things, largely the mood is pretty like, I mean, this is pretty casual, right? We're just fucking around. Like we're trying to this means create property is not getting, so it's back to grepping. Where does create property live? What is create property's house? It's elsewhere in this file. Create property. You live inside of here, fprop. There's create property and create variable. The Game Boy is basically black magic to me. Yeah. It was a lot. What is the difference between an fvar and an fprop? Can we say something in here too? Does this guy have a name? Does this guy have a name also? Maybe he does have it. Maybe he doesn't have a name. Maybe he does have a name. I don't know. I don't know if he has a name or he doesn't have a name. Let's take where the fuck is it should be create property though, because it's clearly it's create property elsewhere and it's the same code. What's happening, Colonq? I see some OCaml today. Yes, Zaneth, it's true. We're trying to. We were inspired by something to mess around with the mess around with the hacks compiler. So we're doing a little bit of hacks compiler hacksing. That was really bad. I should never say that ever again in my life. I think my character doesn't really work if I make puns and things, right? I feel like if I were to assess my own character, my character is sort of like a doddering old man, right? Who kind of is confused, right? But is also like very edgy at the same time as like a very like is Chunibyo, right? This is kind of my guy. It's like a Chunibyo old man. And I feel like when I do puns, it sort of is it's deflating, right? I don't know. I need to be more edgy and less puns. I need to be talking about like the sealed curse and things. I too often think I should immediately cease speaking. Yeah, I can think of a lot of times. They always say, you know that when they're, I'll keep lurking, but very interesting. Hopefully, I'm not that much late. I mean, it is getting pretty late in the stream. We've been going for like 3 hours in this mode, but we had a stream crash, so it's been like 6.5 hours, I think. So we won't go too much longer, probably, but like we'll try and figure this thing out. I'm frustrated with this bug, so like. I would like to solve this puzzle. Where does init field happen? Do we know any init field situations? Init fields, please. This should happen on everything, right? Is there any occurrence of value? Where's value exception? Where is value exception? This is the thing, and then we're this is value exception. It's the only time it even happens. There's nothing even here. There's no field being in. Sure, okay, that's fine. Are we loading? Like, is this the actual file? Is this actually a file that contains things, or is our path fucked up somehow? Like, this is a file that contains things, and it contains the thing that we think it does, right? There's public var value any. It's the same file, in fact, as we're loading in the other one. Also, I'm sorry if I didn't say so. Good to see you, also, Zenith. It's great to have you here. Welcome aboard. Where to next? Where fucking to? I think, well, where is init field called from? I guess that's the next question. Init underscore field. You get called from here. In init class, right? With fields. What is fields? It's a list of class underscore fields. What like this is the thing, right? Like let's just log right fucking now, right away. We say print endline init underscore class. I don't know if there's a convenient name we can get anywhere, but we'll just print this. Okay. We clear this. Value exception. My brain is harassing me increasingly. I must go attempt to be productive once more. I enjoy the thank you. Thank you, Yellowberry HN. I will do my very best. I hope you do your best also. This is, are we not even calling init class on this fucker? Like, if we do this in PHP mode, value exception, we parse the thing. Yes, we parse the thing. Then we call init class and init field, and etc. Right? This is how it goes. But in ELIS mode, it's like we're not even reading the file. If we look, is init class ever? It's happening sometimes. For sure, for main.hx and some other things, right? But for value exception, it's like it's not at all, right? There's nothing happening here at all. In post, there's post parse, and then there's nothing. So where does init class get called? we go again. Where does init_class get called? In a lot of places it seems. In a lot of maybe I mean a lot of these are just strings, right? Type load module is the main place where it seems it's also defined, right? We have it in type load fields, and also there's another. That's maybe a local. Oh, type load. It calls the type load field one. Sure. Type load module. Sure. Let's look over there. Thank you, Mashaj. Type load module.el init_class, and this probably calls, well, this build thing. Yeah. Sure. And where is this thing? Module type level equals struct. Oh my god. We have some degrees of indirection here, I think. Init module type. Are these all just like, what do these actually do? I guess we just keep looking elsewhere. I mean, there's other places where this happens. Like init class feels like the thing that's probably calling the other stuff, right? Like it actually is like making the, like where's exception, our exceptions.ml again? Where's type load instance, right? Like load instance seems like the thing that we want, right? Load instance should probably, it's calling load instance prime. Load instance prime is calling God knows what. God knows what, somewhere along the lines. Maybe build instance. What is maybe build instance in typeload.ml? Get build, it does. Is this recursive call? Yes. I see. Does this call? Is there anything here that invokes type load module? Late night with your host, LCOLONQ, you know it, Tilted Over. You fucking know it. You know already. You know the way that it is. Shish cool, indeed. We do try and keep it shish cool around here. Who is this? Is this? It's Trisha Hirschberger. I see. Late show with LLLL:Q. Yes, this itself as a pronunciation is pretty good, right? Where's pronunciation.el? Here you go. We add a new pre-made. I still like love chastity organized, love again, organized again. Nice computer with a Q. That's one of the ideal ones. Like I don't know what these where these let bindings actually are. Like it feels like, are they just inside of this? I didn't know that existed. That is Cinema. That is Keynote. Yeah, it's from that's a Discord one, I think. I forget who was talking about it, but it was it's this module level thing. Where does module level go? Is it just in type load module? Make module? Like what is your deal? Well, I guess we can this is another backtrace scenario, right? This is another case where we want to get the backtrace. Can we see, like, I forget how we added our backtrace already. Backtrace, it's this print, it's this deal, right? It's this guy right here. So where do we want to look for that? Probably in type load field. Type load fields.el. Where is init underscore fields? Here's init fields. Where is init underscore what's the one? What's the one property? Property 50 clone. Yeah. Like it's a good one. Yeah, it is. I think is it not in here also? What is the guy? Where's eShell hell? Bring me to hell, please. I always so do you know about Gordon Ramsay? Do you know Gordon Ramsay? There's a show that's like Hell's Kitchen, right? ModClonq loves these things. There's a show called Hotel Hell. It's creating property length. There's Hotel Hell, right? And the deal with Hotel Hell is there's an opening song, and in the opening song they say, if you think the owner's bad, you should see the clientele, which we always laugh at. It just seems like it goes in a little too hard, right? Like, what, you have to go after the clientele now? Like I don't know about that. Like you would think that, sure, that's a shitty hotel, but do you really have to go after the there's a show called LCOLONQ, and I think it's pretty cool. Thank you, Zolfix. I hope this is fun today. I'm having fun again. I think I've been sort of optimizing towards things that are like, I don't know. I feel like I have a very bad read on this. I mentioned this. I shouldn't talk myself down so badly. I think I just I get it mixed up sometimes in my head. I don't think it's a disaster or anything. Fishing for hate watchers. That's funny though. Yeah, it's Hotel Hell. I'm glad I followed the raid over from Bad Cop. I'm glad you did too, Colonoscopy. Bad Cop's one of my oldest friends on here for sure. I've a very good friend for a long time. Let's go to eShell Hell. Have you ever experienced an obscure bug in software before, but we're unsure exactly what we did to cause it? I mean, that's what we're doing right now. Hello, Grinmore. Welcome, Raiders. It's good to have you, Grinmore. Welcome in. Can we shout out my friend Grinmore? Hope things are going well for you, friend. Let's Grinmore. Does it go? It does go. It does go. What we're doing today, if you don't know me, I'm LCOLONQ. I'm letters guy. You can see, and Kuju also, thank you for the raid. We have the double raid. Welcome in both of you. It's good to have you both. I'll do my little song and dance then. I'm LCOLONQ. I am made of letters. I pretend to be letters on here. What we're doing today is there's this language called Hacks. There's this programming language called Hacks that's designed to like target different backends. And we thought, maybe we can add an Emacs list backend, because it already has all kinds of fucked up cross compilation targets, right? You can compile it to Python or PHP or all these different things. So we're like, let's try and add an ELIST backend. And we've been fighting with the Hacks compiler internals for quite some time now. It's a big OCaml program. Having a lot of fun with it. How was your stream, Kuju? Also, I would love to hear what you're up to, Kuju, and also Grinmore. And I will shout out Kuju as soon as we have Kuju. I guess this is connection time. I mean, Grinmore does all kinds of cool graphic stuff. They have a really cool like in engine style. I think in Blender, right? In engine style VTuber setup it looks extremely nice. And Kuju is developing a commercial game called Fat Goblins in Jai. I have to wait 30 more seconds. Horrible. I debugged building PhysX C++ stuff for like 5 hours and ended my stream without it working. So now I'll go continue debugging for 4 more hours or so. Okay, good luck. I am in the midst of 6 hours of debugging this OCaml thing. So I feel your pain, and I wish you well. The absolute programming indeed. Hello, Chlorgall. Welcome in. Enjoy. I'm glad you suffer with me. Of course, of course. And check out Kuju as well. So where are we now? We should now be printing the call stack on this. We're going to be printing a lot of call stacks, but maybe we'll see value. Maybe if we say creating property, if we do creating property, what's the thing? It's called value, right? It's this one on value exception. What is causing this to be created? It's a init class. It's a init class flush pass load module, load instance. It's this load instance, right? It's the load instance that's ultimately in. I feel like we need more. We need a deeper call stack. Honestly, we need like call stack 100, which is sort of obnoxious, but we'll get there. I was trying to play Minecraft, but there's a bug in @launcher that allows a focus suppressing dialogue to appear behind the window it is suppressing, making the GUI completely unresponsive. And I'm not 100% sure about the steps to reproduce it. I see. That was a lot of output. I should probably put that output somewhere other than standard out. Damn, I didn't realize @launcher was, I mean, maybe I'm mixing up my chronology, but I remember @launcher in the past. I didn't realize that was still, I guess I've just been doing multi-MC forks for a while. Also, welcome in Yella_C. I think I missed you during the last BRB. Thank you for the follow, friend. Can we do this thing? Can we do creating property value? Okay, cool. Where does this get called from? What is the origin of this thing? What is its origination? Compiler.compiler is getting called. Compiler, that do type, that finalize is getting called, sure. Flush pass loop. We need to put this in somewhere, right? Let's put this in php.log, sure. What's an orgasm board? Hello, innocent poo poo. I don't know what you mean by this. php.log, creating property value. Here we go. Okay. Is there a meaning behind? I would, I'm curious now. What is an orgasm board? What is the? Oh, you mean smorgasbord? Oh, yes. It's because it's a permutation of the letters. It's permutation of the letters. I see. Is smorgas? I guess it sort of is. It's anagram style. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's like you take food and you put it on little plates on a table. Maybe is this the? Do we have any Swedes in the chat room who can attest to smorgasbord? I don't know about this. Again, I eat like, an anagram would be orgasms board. I see. Yeah, I guess there's two S's, right? But still pretty good. That's a good connection we had not made. I'm sorry if I immediately responded with confusion towards you, innocent poo poo. I did not mean any offense. Welcome in. Smorgas literally, it's sandwich table. Hello, Meowletary. I will recover. Oh, I'm sorry. Anything you need. It's yours. It's like a buffet style meal according to a quick internet search. So yeah, it's appealing, right? There's something really good about it. I mean, men love buffets. I think there's something that's primarily appealing about about any sort of buffet. I think whether or not it's all you can eat, even like there's something about the freedom of being able to doing yeah. You have to imagine mentally ModClonq doing this thing. She's gone and she's fallen behind on boosts today. The audio version of picturing, I don't know. What's the corresponding word? You're sounding. That doesn't seem quite right. Hello, Ricardo Strikey. Also, must feast on occasion. Yeah. This is damn. We've been musicking maybe is the right thing. That's sounding that's serious. Yeah. Are we ModClonq or Riot. Hello, Catlariana. ModClonq fucking left. Catlariana. ModClonq disappeared for the whole weekend. She's gone. She'll be back on Tuesday though. She disappeared into the abyss. It's so unfortunate. It's why we couldn't do gaming. We can't do gaming Sunday. There's no gaming Sunday because ModClonq is gone. How dare? Yeah, I agree. The people want ModClonq. I don't know. I don't know what to tell her. I tried to tell her this. You're literally laughing too hard. Okay, well that's good. That's good. Thank you. Why does it not get create? It's in compile, right? Finalize flush pass, finalize class, make lazy. Are we not getting here? Are we not getting to here? Where's the start of the type load stuff? It's in finalize class. We gotta find finalize class. Where's type load fields.ml? Where's finalize fucking class? It's right here. And this calls a bunch of nonsense. It calls. It seems we have some lazy business happening here. Maybe it's not relevant though. It requires too many correct keystrokes in a row. I see. Okay. Finalize. Is this a class context or something? I don't know what this even is. Finalize class. Hello Lumi, welcome in. It's good to have you. Thank you. We're going re style. Oh yeah. Emojis are chords on Mac. I can't. I crashed earlier. Yes, the whole stream crashed earlier, Lumi. Welcome back. Welcome. Good morning. I did the thing where OBS decided to explode itself when I pressed one of the buttons on it, and it was unfortunate. But we're back now. Thank you. Yeah, you do have double boost capabilities. It is a new stream. Yes. So if we call finalize class, we should observe finalize class. You know, if we look at php.log, I'm really feeling the lack of screen real estate in this one. I feel like this one, like like half the screen being taken up by model and chat is really impeding my workflow. It's hard to see. Value exception. If we look in value exception, we should see the thing here, right? We should see finalize class being called. Finalize class somewhere, right? Maybe it should be happening somewhere, probably. Hello devs de also. Yeah, this calls this thing. Finalize class calls init class, which is sort of amusing. Very, very amusing. Did that happen while I slumbered? The singularity is upon us. The new version of macOS's handling of UTF-8 was rewriting Git histories. I did not see that. If you have a link, that would be very interesting to look at. Value exception. This is, I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, of course. No pressure, of course. But the is finalize. This is final. I wish we could know what we were finalizing. This is value exception. We would assume that this is called by finalize class, right? This init class somewhere up the pipe is called by interesting. Value exception. We go back here. It doesn't let you filter by posts you've liked. It really, you can't see your own likes anymore. That's brutal. You can, yeah, this is like a month. Oh, you can't, it's like from a certain account. You can't do it in the advanced search. That's actually really unfortunate if you can't. I find that the Twitter search stuff is very underpowered. I don't even know which account. I see. You probably you want to search for like a keyword in a tweet that you liked or something. It's just not, just doesn't let you do this. Value exception. There's only one occurrence of value exception. And is there a finalized class above? It's probably this finalized class that's happening here. And then down below it's the, yeah, that's the case, I think. Hello Prodsy Pod, welcome in. It's welcome. I don't know why I say welcome in every time. It's just like my default greeting. I'm sorry. Hello. It's been the famed 7 hours. How goes the eLisp? It's there's no eLisp yet. There's not even one bit of eLisp yet. And there's still error. There is still John error. There is yet to go. Welcome to the broadcast. Yes. There's more. There is yet to go. It's sort of one of those things we're very laboriously tracking down precisely what is happening. Can we open elisp.log also? And can we refresh? Can we revert buffer quick, please? Is there finalized class happening somewhere? Where is value exception? There is finalized class. That's true. There is parser entry. There is just not. There is never initialize anything. There is never initialize anything. Soyo cry indeed. Soyo cry for real. Extreme Soyo cry reality moment. Yeah, I don't. Who knows actually? Who fucking knows actually? Do we know it happens? I kind of want to solve this bug at least before this is over. That feels like a goal that is like again. I'm not actually sad. I'm actually having a ton of fun. This was a great thing to do today. I'm really glad we let the winds take us where the winds were taking us. I don't know if this is by definition like an additional iron in the fire. I don't know if I'm going to continue this. I kind of want to make it work, right? But like doing this alone has been fun. Like we learned so many cool things. We learned that OCaml is kind of good. OCaml kind of good? Question mark. It kind of works and is nice, and the tooling is functional, despite us investing negative effort, and knowing nothing about it. Like that's not the worst thing in the world. Can we find php.log again also? Where's that value exception fucker? Where's this fucker? It's this call to load in. There should be. I feel like this is the wrong thing, almost, right? This thing feels. It feels. It was so wild to see at the first hour there was like 4 people were asking for the resolution of 6 different irons. We may need a great purging of irons sometime soon. The iron throne of unfinished things. That seems maybe. I mean, it's sort of natural that things get like, the thing is, I don't want to throw away things that are good, right? I'm happy to throw away things that are like, okay, yeah, this was maybe a little bit misguided in the first place. This is a genealogy type project. We toss those directly into the bin, right? But stuff that is actually good, I'd rather keep around, right? Even if it's not in active state, because it's like, then I have something if I need to get something in active state quickly, right? There are a lot of irons are good, but there are simply too many. Yeah, it's a matter, I think, less of how many irons are in the fire and more so like, they need to be like in the back of the fire. They need to be on the slow cooker, right? We need to take the irons like off of the stove and put them into the slow cooker. Like there's, yeah. Hello DJ ZMX also. You found the tweet? Thank you. With the intent of throwing them away and only the strong survive. I mean, this is how you have to do it. If you want to be working on a lot of interesting things, it's just inevitable that a lot of them are going to get, they're going to get canned unless you're like superhuman with it. Unless your discipline is superhuman. I see. Everything that has an accent in it now claims is a completely different file, despite these files being committed literally years ago. I see. So this is less of a. This is like a SHA situation. This is a hashing situation of This is a name situation. Like what could cause the names are different. I can't scroll up in the thread because I'm not logged in, alas. But yeah, that's kind of messed up. Scrap pile, scrapyard. Yeah. Yeah, they can be resurrected. Yeah, I feel this way strongly. It's always possible to like there's probably like a 1 in 20 chance any given stream that it's bad apple time today, baby. It's time to work on that C compiler thing from forever ago and talk about that a little bit. Pre-composed Unicode true fixes it, which should be default true IMO. The scrapyard, yeah, that's also literally the name of a previous project that we had. We were scrapping for a little minute, for a little while. Yeah, Fabius was very invested in that one. That's so long ago. That's like in November, right? That's like that's so, oh my goodness. That's prod arrival times, I think. That's the early Prodsy pod era. You got to do that. In my dev directory, I have Scrapyard and Scrapyard 2 and Scrapyard 3. You were there for early Scrapyard, right? And yeah, I know because that was the web dev era, right? Prod, it was the one stream when I gave up on web dev. Yeah, Prod arrived on the Triangle stream, but that was yeah. Scrapyard was around. It was contemporaneous. Scrapyard 2, Electric, Scrapaloo. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was my stream instead of yours though. Yeah, it was going web. It was going web a little bit. It was a little too much web. What's wrong with chat? Chat should be normal, I think. I recently reorganized stuff so I actually have a scrapyard, i.e. I don't just have to remember which projects are which status. Yeah, I see. Mine are still largely like, they have we have a word filter that auto translates Pokemon to PAL and PAL to Pokemon Zulfix_. So it be that back when I feel like that's becoming less funny now that PAL world is fading from the public consciousness, but it sure did feel funny at the time. So yeah, I must have missed that one. Yeah. it was good. It was a winner. Yeah, and also megacorp names are shuffled. So Amazon turns into Microsoft turns into Google turns into Facebook turns into Amazon, I think is the rotation. Something like that. Only in their certain capital in the proper capitalization. Only when you're proper nouning. Where's type load? Like, does this happen in exception? So something that's interesting to me is every time we call initialize property, we're loading. Hello, Brisdingle, welcome in. Or I mean, you've been here, but Yahoo to you as well. Every time we're loading, it was a race condition or something. No, it's just messed up. It's just messed up and evil. When your franchise is that so good that the copycat surges to the front and fades while people still speedrun your Game Boy shit, yeah, like it's actually lurking the entire time. I do appreciate it. I literal kneeling on floor, bowing forehead to the ground. I think hello code void 0x25 also yo. I think it's sort of the case that that you can't check boost for other people either. That is not how it works. I'm bowing below the ground through the wood. It's the kind of thing where like Pokemon can coast probably for the next lifetime, for the next like 50 years off of nostalgia purely, right? So like they don't have to do anything. Right, like the people who played Pokemon when young and during the peak years, the years between like I don't know Generation 1 and 5, like are like they're going to be around for another like it's going to be their beloved cultural property for 50 years or whatever now. So like they just don't have to. They could have zero earnings for a few decades before the cash ran out. Yeah, I'm sure. Right, they could just do whatever they want. It's like so. Unfortunately, what this means is there probably will never be a good game again. But fortunately, what it does mean is that there will probably be very good ROM hacks forever because people are so into this shit. You can probably look forward to playing extremely bomb ass Pokemon Emerald ROM hacks forever. Which is good, is very good. In more ways than one. They want only issue is they want to grow indefinitely, so they have to keep hiring more and more worse and worse employees. Maybe so, Meowlitary. But there's also an element of just like if anything truly is an infinite money machine, it's Pocket Monsters, right? Like there's no like that. Truly, you are entering the realm of as close as human beings can get to infinite resource available, right? Like I imagine they truly have like the whole shebang. With respect, like of course there are things that have more money, but with respect to like the level of cultural penetration combined with like what it is, like what it actually is compared to like the degree of clout it has or whatever, and the degree of money they're making off of it, it's I think that's pretty much as high as it gets. It's rendered the monetary concepts irrelevant. Yeah, LCOLONQ doesn't even do this. No, we don't do this either. We don't have user ID. We only have user name. You do have boost. Yes, there is one Brisdingle boost status. You can obtain other boost if you like. So the thing that's concerning me is that the thing that's like we're calling this load instance function inside of, does load instance does it have like a cache where it checks to see if the instance is already loaded somehow and does something clever with it? Thank you for the boost, Gyros Gyre and Zully3. Welcome in both of you. Can we shout out Gyros Gyre? Can we do this? There we go. There we go. It has been activated. It cut off. Yeah, it doesn't fit in a Twitch message. There are some long entries with lots of data. Thank you. Of course. Please check out Gyro Skyer. They're a good friend. They do a lot of cool. So we're kind of hacking on the Haxed compiler today. Is our plan. But it's going a certain way. No, so what that does, Brisdingle, is it runs it's Prod's own bot. That's Prod's own bot, where Prod has various contraptions that they can run. It's not connected to my thing at all. Well, I guess it is sort of connected to my thing in certain ways. What they're doing there is they're grabbing from my API. Right? You can just click the link and it'll probably work, Colonoscopy. I think that bot only works for Prod because it's like, yeah. And it shows you your copfish ratio. It shows you we have integrations with other streamers, and that one is showing us that you've caught 56 out of 111 bad cop fish. Yeah, I mean, it's for the best, right? Like, we probably don't want people like spamming random commands that are not. It's fine if Prod wants to have robot commands on their own account or on their own channel. But having unlimited other user bot feels like a recipe for potential fear. Like, okay, because boosting is so loud. Yes. Something bad is happening. Hello, Kevin McFly _W. Is boosting loud? That's quite crazy, not going to lie. What part is crazy?
Can I transmute your pants into ashes, Kappa?
Kappa? I don't know why this is happening. We can find it. I don't know if I have the remaining energy to find it. No, we're not giving up anymore. We're not doing that anymore. We're solving this one. We're making this produce one line of eLisp code. We're not giving up anymore. We decided that. Let's end the stream by gaming. I think if I gamed anything, it would instantly boot up Xanadu Colonq. I don't have it on my stream guy. And we've seen how it goes. That entire contraption is probably, oh yes, you mean the whole thing, the whole situation. The please no Python. You've been Pythoned now. Boot up Lady V's video game. I feel like if I have to. I feel like getting Lady V's video game to run on this machine might be a task. I don't know if it's more or less of a task than what we're currently trying to do, though. Can we close this? Can we make this a little less horrendous? Can we go to eShell hacks? So we have hacks and we have hell here. What the fuck? I feel like that's a whole session itself. Yeah, getting random modern computer parts is actually pretty cheap. You can snipe them for like 150. Is this where are you getting them? I still have code for the horrible Minecraftorio server. I'm teaching a friend of mine that is that the one that you could, like, if I recall correctly, were you building a server that you could connect to from both a Factorio client and a Minecraft client, or am I thinking of something else entirely? I'm presently instructing a companion of mine who aspires to undertake studies in computer science, the ways of Python, and now my disdain for it hath grown greater than ever before. Real? Is that an actual project? Maybe that's a sick fever dream that I invented. Gyroskyer might mean something different entirely. Very, very possibly. So, we need to look at the logs again. We need to look at the php.log. We need to look at the value exception. I've probably searched for value exception in this file close to 500 times this stream. Where is it called from? Where is this? Is this hacks? Yes. Factorio and Minecraft game with a portal to send items back and forth, and Minecraft has no iron and Factorio has no coal. You sound like you've hit mini burn. No, I'm not burned out. I'm actually MSCS. I'm having like a lot of fun. I like this is the kind of shit that I like a lot, and that I like it because I'm like good at it, I think, right? Like it's not beating on, like I am tired and it is hitting me, but I think I might have to. We'll eat a cookie. I have these ModClonq got me cookies. Do you know the concept of griddle cookie computer? Are you familiar with this thing? If I search griddle cookie, I don't know. Is this a thing? Do you know about this? Griddle cookie, not Welsh cake, also called a Welsh cake or a Welsh griddle cookie. You know these? This is my favorite cookie type. This is my favorite cookie type. My mom used to make these a lot. It's like a short. You make them on a griddle. It's like a little pancake almost. It looks encrypted. Yeah, it's a new cookie type if you're not familiar with it. Computer, identify your favorite sandwich. I can go for a Cubano from time to time. I would say militarily. That's probably my sandwich of choice. With a grid on it, like Linzer Tort. Yeah, I like what's the one what's the one cookie? Pizzelles. I like Pizzelles. They have kind of the pattern on them. Do you know Pizzelle also? Snickerdoodle. I don't know about what is the typical Snickerdoodle even? Is that I don't know. Pizzelle is pretty peak also. I would say I'm a Pizzelle fan too. It's expensive though. Yeah. These are quite peak. Cinnamon and sugar and lots of butter. Yeah, not bad. Not bad for sure. Peanut butter cookies. I see. Fair. Hello, Go. Are you live rendering the avatar on a console yourself? I am. It tracks my head, and you can change various things about it, Go. There's redeems. Like you can do this. You can do among other things the Pharaoh's Curse. Hello. Homemade any shortbread though? Yeah, I like there's like a cookie. I don't know if any of the polls are still here. I imagine they're sleeping. There's like a cookie. Is it Kalashka? Is it Kalashka? I don't know what this is. I don't know how to pronounce this or what the name is. That's a very good one. It's like a you know, kind of a wrapped dough around like a nut filling sort of. No one ever talks about the long breads. The Pharaoh's Curse makes me laugh every damn time. It's good. It's very fine. Kalashka's cart near my workplace. Yeah, those ones are they're a killer. They're very easy to eat a lot of in there. Kalashkas are pretty peak. Pizzelles very solid. Welsh griddle cookies, Welsh cakes, very very solid. The opposite of shortbread, yeah. I like ginger snaps. Hello, thank you Monstro for the follow. And if you're new here and you like what you see, you can join the Discord IRC. That's where we hang out. That's where we tend to hang and just talk about cool new projects like debugging Hacks compiler. Okay. But sorry, I have to briefly mukbang to eat this cookie. They're good. They're good as hell. I can't really do sweet cookies, right? Stuff like I don't know. I have like the opposite of a sweet tooth, whatever you call that. Like I'm very like sweets averse, I would say. Like I like a mildly sweet thing, but anything that's like, I don't know, too much, it's brutal. It's brutal. GCP3, I see. Umami tooth. Yeah, it's like this. I like, if I'm going for a dessert, it's like, oh yeah, we got a ninja'd moment here. Ninja'd a little bit. I like, so it's root in the TTY. If you run cat, you can just, yeah, you can put things on FB0. We used to use this as screensavers in, I remember doing this in college occasionally. It was a fun trick we would play on each other. When you said griddle cookie, I thought of stroop waffles for a second, lol. Yeah, maybe similar. Well, I mean, it's a thin. At least it's similar in. Well, not really similar at all, honestly. I'm sorry. But stroop waffles are also good. I like these like dense bready things. Like these have like the texture of like a scone, that's like not light. Check the Discord. What's up with the Discord? What are we checking here? This is my game drive. It has image. Thank you for image. That's pretty good. Thank you. Cool beans, I guess. Okay, can we move to next area? A new crew shows up, and yeah, I mean, I think what they're doing is they're catting their directory to the frame buffer, Lumi. Is how it is. I can partake in the sweetness of chocolate in measure, yet it appeareth that cakes are overly cloying for my taste. Yes. What's color code to not change color, e.g. for hair? I don't think there is. I mean, if you just don't give a color and you just write text instead, it'll be just the text, right? It'll be just that. I'm slowly realizing that I was like, damn, I'm gonna have my second win. I'm going to eat a cookie and become more powerful. But I think actually it's time to go eat a real meal and take a little break. I think it's time to take a little break because we've been staring at this for a long time. But this is not over. Sometimes it's over and I'm like, damn, I'll go do this on my off day. Teehee, I totally will. How will the Python hex interpret jelking right after a solid gooning session, I wonder? A stout session of gooning, I ponder. Yeah, it's time for big food, actually. We have to put on here revenge on hacks or something. That goes on the docket, I think, for now. Go have dinner. Okay, I think we will. Let's finish up. Just a reminder also, if you weren't here at the beginning, GCP3.net is now live. Not fully operational, but you can go on GCP3.net and witness activities. We will do newspaper. We need to publish newspaper. We also need to find a friend to raid into. Who is alive right now? Who is around? Who's on here? Is there anybody on here? On the area? Who's on here on the area? Hexadigital is live. We never get to raid it. And Basie is live. Geyser is live. How is everyone here online? They put everybody on here at the same time somehow. This is unreal. This is sort of unreal. Kaida is playing games. Masika. Oh, Cyber Kaida. We should ask Cyber Kaida to do the thing. You've been on that multi-view on Big Friday. It's a smorgasbord. Yeah, everyone's going for Big Friday night, baby. It's kind of fucking huge. Let's raid Hex because Hex is rarely on this late. I feel like I almost never get to see Hex. Or do we raid Hex kind of recent? I don't know. What do we do here? Do we have anyone have fans? Oh, Hen of Mimi is doing the Donothon. That is maybe a relevant consideration as well. Dante Daedalus channel is doing House of the Dying, playing some kind of space game. It's been a long time since we raided Dante. Let's raid Dante Daedalus channel. That seems pretty epic, I think. We'll go say hi to Dante. Raid Dante Daedalus CH. Okay, that seems pretty good. Thank you everybody for coming by today. It's very good as always to see you. We'll be back on another day soon. On Tuesday, I think, is the day. We'll do more activities. I don't know what it will be yet, but it'll certainly be something. Like today we found a thing and we latched onto it like a little eel or something, like some kind of remora, and then immediately gleaned all sorts of fun from it. So I'm feeling positively about that. I'm on my Saturday noon doing laundry. Yes, time zones, they go. You know how they go. Anyway, let's click. Did we latch onto it or did it latch onto us? Who knows? I mean, but something clearly was latching onto something else, and something happened. Can we, if you like this and you want to come back and see more, we have Discord IRC. That's where we hang out. Thank you very much, everybody. I look 1,000 thank yous as always. It's so like doing this at all is already fun, and having people who will come and spend time with me and we can talk and have it makes it monumentally more enjoyable. This was a great day. I had a wonderful Friday, and I hope you did too. We'll see you again next week. Back for more. I'm gonna click the raid button now. The timer is going down faster than I anticipated. So much love, hugs, kisses, love, XO, gestures of affection, warm endearment. I'm clicking now. Bye bye. Okay, thank you.